And here we go. Welcome to McAlester, Oklahoma, Hook-Gill Stadium, First National Field. In this matchup between the Buffaloes and the Coweta Tigers. We're having our coin toss right now at midfield. Coin toss brought to you by First Family Federal Credit Union. Let's succeed together. While we're seeing who is going to be getting the ball first, we want to talk about the matchup in terms of the uniforms here tonight. McAlester, for those on radio, wearing white helmets, black jerseys, gold numerals on the front and back, white pants. For the Coweta Tigers, they're black helmets with a white jersey, orange numerals on the front and back, and black pants. Again, we are about to have coin toss at midfield as we have the captains for McAlester seem to be Caden Lesnow, Bryson Baker, Brendan Riviera, Jaden Cheney, and Zach Rogers. For the Coweta Tigers, it was Parker Wilson, Deacon Peterson, Dalton DeWeese, and Hunter DeHughes. The coin has been flipped. Nate, I'll let you take care of it.
Looks like Coweta might have won the toss.
Bryson Baker, along with, it looks like number 23 for the Buffs, Brendan Rivera.
So McAlester won the toss.
It looked like they were talking to Coweta.
So McAlester won the toss, and they elected to receive. So for the 6th straight week, McAlester will get the ball to begin the game. Again, that is your coin toss brought to you by First Family Federal Credit Union. Let's succeed together. Let's send it down to Nate for a little bit of a sideline report right quick. For the first day of fall weather, how's that fall weather going to impact tonight's game?
Well, it is pretty windy down here right now, just below you guys. I'm checking to see what exactly the wind's at right now.
The
looks like it's probably around 10 miles an hour right now, so that might end up affecting the kicking game. But in terms of temperature, you couldn't ask for a better night.
And as for the crowd, how does it look like?
Well, Coweta has really traveled well tonight, and McAlester, we're getting close to standing room only once again, just like we did last week for Del City. But there is still room, so if you're coming out, be sure to get in the stands quick.
Yeah, it looks like on the sides that they're a little bit more full right there in front of you. Good news for you, Nate. The section where it's not standing room is right in front of you for your camera. Looks like the Buffaloes are about to run out of the tunnel. Again, they're over at the northwest side of the field. For the Coweta Tigers, they're at the southwest. We have about 3.5 minutes until kickoff. Nate, I'll just go. Oh, actually, we just spoke with Nate. Phillip, your final thoughts before we get started here.
Simple. You're getting the football to start the game. That means you get to throw the first punch. Throw it right down the middle, right in their mouth. Make them pay for losing the coin toss. They were the visitors. They get to call the flip. And then when they get the football, hit them in the mouth again. Get that ball back. Establish dominance quick. This is your field. This is your home turf. This is your crowd. You don't want a visitor to come in and have any success early, because what does that do? That swings momentum.
And after having such a good second half last week against the number 2 team in the state, how big is this opening drive?
Oh, it's extremely big, because there's a lot of people, even though that you had a good drive.
As you hold that thought, here come the McAlester Buffaloes. Out of the northwest corner of the end zone. Back in black, baby. And the Coweta Tigers follow suit right after them. And for the first time this year, no sun in our eyes as we get started for this one.
It's wonderful. It's my favorite time of the year. I actually told my wife today it was like 70 degrees. I said, if we could just have this all year round, not too hot, not too cold, this is perfect.
So we have Buffalo Roll Call. Let us know where you're listening or watching from. Again, Buffalo Roll Call. Let us know on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. If you don't have Twitter, then you can try Facebook, but I can promise you you're getting a way better chance of getting a shout-out on Twitter than on Facebook. Charlie Gillespie already checking in from the Hook. Charlie and Darlene are in the stands. Colton and Cooper are in the band. So we thank y'all for tuning in for this broadcast. Obviously, Colton and Cooper probably not, but Charlie and Darlene, obviously, thank you for listening while you're at the game. And you can always do that by listening to the app. Again, get it on wherever you get your apps at. Just look at that blue logo. We're about to have kickoff. That's brought to you by Jet Tire Service for great deals on Michelin, Uniroyal, Kinda, and Cooper tires for your car, truck, or SUV. See Jet Tire Service in McAlester, serving Southeast Oklahoma since 1962. Don't fret, jettire.net. So the Buffaloes, again, on offense, averaging 27.2 points per game this year. around 345.6 yards per game, coming off a performance where they had 351, went 4 for 12 on third down, but 3 for 5 on fourth, and outgained Del City by 2 yards despite losing by 2 scores. As they're playing the intro video here for the McAlester Buffaloes on the scoreboard, which is a very nice addition to Hook Hill Stadium, First National Field.
That's really cool over there.
This is about as big of a district matchup as you get. Right now, Coweta number 2 in 5A3, McAlester number 4, and they're only number 4 by 1 point. East Central and Durant are right behind them at the same district record, but they're at 0 net points. Around the city of McAlester, around the state of Oklahoma, and Buffalo fans across the nation far and wide, thank you for joining us for this district matchup, McAlester and Coweta. As it looks like it'll be it'll be Landon Stevens, looks like, for the Coweta Tigers, kicking it off. Back deep to return, Kason Washington Maisie. I believe that's Jordan Clark. There's toe to leather, and it's football time here in the Heartland. A great kick that goes to the 1 yard line, taken by Washington Maisie. He works his way far side to the left hash, tries to find a hole, but can't get around a man. He slowed down and tried to find a hole. He's tackled at the 6 yard line. It's a huge kick. Washington Maisie didn't cut it up the field, tried to see if there was a hole that would have opened along the long side. But a Tiger broke through and made the tackle, and the Buffs will start this drive saying forward progress at the 8 yard line. So out will come Caden Lesnow on the season so far. 56% completion percentage, 6 touchdowns to 3 picks. He has ran for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns. The starting running back tonight, Jordan Clark. Clark on the year, 187 yards on 35 touches. So we'll start this on the left hash. Ball at the 8 yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Tight end on the left side is Zach Rogers getting the start at tight end tonight, not left tackle. First snap of the game, it's going to be handoff to Jordan Clark. Goes around the right side, tries to get around a defender, and he does get a couple of yards here out to the 10, saying forward progress down to about the 11 for a gain of, call it, 2 or 3. Second down and 7 coming up.
Start right there with that GT counter, that guard tackle pull. They flipped Zach Rogers onto that outside so that way they could start to seal the edge early. Had a little seam, he just didn't see it. And once he finally saw it, got caught from the backside.
So he goes from the left hash to the right. Jordan Clark remains on the right side of Lesnow. H-back. Moving over to the right side is Dustin Jacobson. 2 receivers set here for the Buffs, and we have a false start. They don't call it.
Wow.
Going up the middle is Caden Lesnow out to the 13. Buffs got away with a false start. That's a gain of 2, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 5, but it should be 3rd and 12. Got a couple of guys jump there.
Yeah, it should have been 2nd and 12. That was as blatant of a false start as we could get. Not called. Almost everybody but the center left.
At least a couple guys on the line, and we had an H-back that moved, or looked like tight end that moved. But here's the Buffaloes' first 3rd down today. Last week they were 4 for 12. Trips left. Snap. Rolling out left is Lesnow. Looking downfield. Throws downfield. It's through the hands and almost intercepted. It's dropped by Eli Chapman. In coverage was number 31, Kyler Moore, the safety. They had 5 interceptions last week, and they should have had one right there, just right through the hands of Chapman. If he makes that catch, it's a first down. Buffaloes extend the drive, and they get out to about their own 25, but now they have to punt from their own, call it, 13-yard line. So a 3 and out here for the Buffaloes, not the way that you wanted to build off of last week's success in the second half. We talked about how important this first drive might have been. That drive over in a minute and 34 seconds. So Lesnow grabs it, boots it away, end-over-end kick. Good one that takes a bounce. It's a McAlester bounce that rolls out between the 49 and the 50. But that's not always where they place them at. They're going to call it at the 50. At least that's where one referee is standing. So good field position for the Tigers to start off this one. So out will come the Tiger offense, led by Noah Cooper, the quarterback. The transfer from Gore that led his team to a 14-1 Class A state runner-up finish last year where they lost to Fairview just 32-28 in a back-and-forth great game. He went 12 for 18 for 160 yards, 21 carries for 90 yards and a touchdown. He had 2 touchdowns through the air. Joining him in the backfield is Lolo Bell, who last week had 20 carries but only managed 73 yards and a score.
Zach Rogers just came in. Malachi Rice bumps outside backer.
That's something new the Buffaloes are showing this week. 2 receivers right, H-back tight end right. Cooper gets the snap, hands off to Bell. Bell up the middle, just crashes forward, and guess who's in on the tackle? Zach Rogers. The ball came out. I think it was jumped back on by a Tiger. Only a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9 coming up.
Yeah, that's a new formation right there by the Buffaloes. Sending Malachi Rice out to the outside backer spot, bringing Zach Rogers into that defensive end position. And what Rogers was able to do, he was able to slam that tackle, get inside, and it also opened up Malachi Rice off the outside to chase him from behind and finish up that tackle with Rogers.
2 receivers left, H-back tight end left, Lolo Bell to the left side of Cooper. Snap, handing off to Cooper right side. Cooper escapes a shoulder tackle, and he's tackled down after he gains 5 yards out to about the 44. So 3rd down and manageable coming up. Coweta, again, a different offense than what you might be used to. This isn't your older brother's Coweta offense. They're not going to throw the ball a ton. Only 6 passes from Noah Cooper last week. They might run a little bit more like an Army-style offense. Try to get positive yardage on every play and milk the clock. Right now it's at 9:21 left in the first with no score.
But you also got to be careful with that. You don't want to start walking your safeties up, getting everybody in the box because they'll stick in Lolo Bell's gut, pull it. They could hit a play action on the backside.
That's exactly what Ada did against the Buffaloes back in week 2. 2 receivers right, H-back right, tight end left. 3rd and 4, snap. We got a false start. Unless there was a timeout called first. Timeout called by the Tigers. Our first one of the day. 9 minutes left in the first, no score here on KN.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
Pete's, Eastern Oklahoma State College, and Wilson Construction.
So big 3rd down here early for the Coweta Tigers, but could be 4-down territory. 3rd down and 4 upcoming for the Tigers from the McAlester 44. 2 receivers right, H-back right, Lolo Bell still running back next to Noah Cooper. Ball left hash, moving right to left across your radio dial. Here's the snap. Cooper going to pass over the middle. Wide open man, caught 1st down, and a good tackle right there at the 31-yard line. Forward progress at the 30. On the catch was number 2, Kevon Robinson. He was the only person to have a catch last week for the Coweta Tigers. He had all 4 receptions for 108 yards. Again, last year, he had 28 yards of completion. That one a gain of 10. Looks like a gain of 14 out to the 30.
Yeah, exactly what. Not necessarily a play action. They just went with the skinny post on the backside. Buffaloes anticipate and run. That's what they saw a lot in the film. That's what they hit them with.
Little screen pass out over to Lolo Bell. He's in the backfield, and there's going to be a flag here, too. He does get it forward and then out to the far sideline where he's pushed out of bounds after a gain of 3. But there is a hanky down around the 33-yard line. That's in the area of holding. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Didn't mean to cut you off. I could barely hear you.
Did you see who might have been holding?
I wasn't sure. I'm guessing it's probably on the left side
No,
of
that's
that.
It's going to be on McAlester.
Cooper was getting up late, and he looked at the referee, and so I'm thinking that we might have hit him late after he threw that bubble screen.
Coach Maisie wanting to. Well, he's coming out to near where the 30 mark is on the gridiron. I don't know if he's wanting to have a explanation from the ref. He's going to get one here. Or Coach Maisie might be trying to plead his case on why that shouldn't be a flag. Again, we didn't see the play because I'm following the ball, and I think all of us were. But if it's a personal foul, that's 15 yards and into the red zone. They're waving it off. Coach Maisie, for the 2nd time this year, gets a change in the call after speaking to the officials. Happened in week 0 over in Broken Bow after a timeout. A call was changed to a touchdown for the Buffs, and now it happens again here with them waving off the flag. So that's, in the end, a gain of 2 on the little handoff over to Lolo Bell. Looked like actually a swing pass. So they move to the right hash, 2nd down and 8 from the 28-yard line of McAlester with 8:32 left here in the first quarter.
Forrest Maisie's done that twice this year. I think he needs to start Forrest Maisie's Jedi training.
I'm about to say he's a Jedi master. I don't know. He's mastered the art of the Jedi mind trick.
He has the high ground, as we have seen twice.
So 2nd down and 8 upcoming. And something to look for today, like you mentioned earlier in this drive, Malachi Rice at outside backer. How many times do they go to that side? They haven't gone there very many. Only a couple times, and they haven't really gotten anything out of it. Clock has stopped now. They'll restart it after the snap. 2nd and 8, 4 to snap it. They got to hurry, 2 to snap it. 1, there's a snap. Option, pitch out over to Bell. Bell's surrounded. Now he cuts forward, and he's going to get tackled at the line of scrimmage. If he tried to go outside, Malachi Rice was all over it, so he cuts it back in, and he finds Dustin Jacobson. He finds Jaden Shumway. And the linebackers, 5 for Mitchell in the area, Will Spears. No gain, 3rd down and 8 upcoming. This is where you want the Tigers to be.
Got to be careful. They were on 3rd and 4 last time they threw a skinny post. You got to be watching safeties.
And they get McAlester to jump off sides. It's going to make it 3rd down and 2 coming up. Excuse me, 3rd down and 3. Still 3rd down, but way more manageable.
Yep.
And now Jacobson will come out as a couple of Buffaloes that jumped. Coming in for him will be number 66, Gavin Mason. So the freshman will be right up the middle.
Adding some big right there in the middle in between Shumway and Rogers.
3rd and 3. 2 receivers right. H-back moves over to the left side. Tight end stays there.
That's a
and
false
we do have a
start.
false start.
Yeah, because once you get set as a tackle, you cannot move when the tight ends move.
False start.
So we gave them 5, and they give it right back.
The other way. Still 3rd down.
So it's once again 3rd down and 8.
Now 8 to go.
Yeah, that H-back, as he went to shift, he saw the tackle raise up and stopped and just lifted his arms at him. And then he realized that's when he realized what he had done. Because once you get set on the offensive line, you cannot move again. That's why so many guys, like if they're running a freeze play or, they're going to look back for a call, they never get set with their hand down.
So again, 3rd and 8. Ball right between the hash marks. 8 to snap it. There it is. You're going to pass it over the middle again. Going deep, and it's overthrown.
The Tigers' 3rd down pass ball is incomplete.
Looked play action, but it looked like it was always intended for Kevin Robinson. You've got to make sure that you keep an eye on him.
Gentlemen, welcome to
Make
the
sure he never
Little
gets
Rock
caught up in
Terriers.
traffic. That's going to bring up 4th down and 8, which we just saw Landon Stevens boot one near into the end zone. We know he's got a leg on him. From here, though, it would be a 45-yard field goal.
If you kick a 45-yarder in high school, that'll get you playing somewhere on Saturday.
That's for sure, but they're not going to do it here. They're going to say this is no man's land. 4th down and 8 upcoming. Snap, screen pass out far side. Bell is in trouble, and he's tackled down for a loss of 4. Buffaloes hold strong on the little swing pass out to Lolo Bell, and the Buffaloes will get this ball around the 32, 33-yard line. McAlester was able to force the Del City Eagles into a couple of turnovers on downs last week, this week. First drive of the Tigers, same result. We got Joseph Ledford tuning in saying, let's go Buffaloes. Again, let us know where you're tuned in from on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. 7:22 remaining here in the first quarter. Buffaloes 0, Tigers 0. Ball back with the Buffs on the left hash at the 32. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Again, Jordan Clark going to be the running back right side of Les now. Here's the handoff over to Clark. Clark again stacked up at the line. This is a good Coweta Tigers defense. They still return some solid pieces from last year's team that went 11-1 to the quarterfinals and lost to Bishop McGuinness by 7. That's a gain of 2 by Clark. And one of those members is number 54 for the Tigers, Deacon Peterson, who had 60-plus tackles and 10 sacks last year. He had 2 sacks last week, and we mentioned the pregame show. This is why you should listen every week. He was a 5A state finalist in heavyweight wrestling last year. 2nd down and 8 from the Buffs' own 34. Les now back to pass, rolling out right, looks over the middle. It's through the hands, and again finds the turf harmlessly as the safety was behind Carter Lance. That's the 2nd drop of the night for the Buffaloes. Both of them would have been for first downs, and now we have 3rd down and long. The drop bug is hurting the Buffaloes here early. Now, that was a little bit higher, but it's still a catch that you have to make, and Carter Lance knows it too.
There were some throws there in the pregame that was a little high, a little behind receivers. Got to get something like that dialed in, because mistakes like that, giving Coweta free possessions, or even maybe an interception where they can run, that's something that you don't want to do, because you'll put yourself behind the 8 ball really quick.
That's why they beat Sepulveda last week. They had 5 picks. H-back tight end left, 2 receivers right, 3rd and 8. The snap. Back to pass Les now. He's already under pressure as they bring the blitz. Now he's got some room. He's going to try to run it. He gets around him in. Near sideline. He's got the first down. Les now into Tiger territory, and he gets out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Caden Lesnow making it work with his legs. And boy, he has showed off his speed. He made 2 Tigers miss, 1 almost a sack, and then he got right around a defensive back all the way to the Tiger 39-yard line. That first down brought to you by Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties. When you're looking to sell your ranch, timber, recreational land, or rural home, call 918-284-1233. Buffaloes with the ball at the 39-yard line at the Tigers. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Les now tries to go with a hard count. Nothing going here. Stephen Gregg in at running back, and something to keep an eye on. Ethan Watkins, I don't believe, has played yet today. He is suited up, though. Snap, screen pass near side, caught by Lauerman. Lauerman around his tackle, down to around the 24-yard line on a great block on the outside. Carter Land supplying that block, I believe. That's going to be another first down here for the Buffaloes out to the 29-yard line.
Great play there by the Buffaloes. They go with the speed. They try to get a little freeze play, get some free yardage, and what do? They go straight to the screen play. Lauerman slips up. Good receiver blocking downfield with Carter Lance. That's exactly what the Buffaloes need to do to get the ball rolling.
H-back tight end left. The tight end is Russell. H-back is Jacobson. Here's the snap. Handoff Gregg, his first carry of the day. Finds a gap. Good push by the offensive line. Past the 25 to around the 24. Good first down gain of around 5 yards, maybe 4. Brings up second down and medium. 6-11 and ticking left in the first. No score between the Buffs and the Tigers. But the Buffs on the edge of the red zone here.
Right there, you saw that Buffalo offensive line eating right there. Stephen Gregg finds a crevice, picks up 4 hard yards, banging his way in there.
Trips left. Les now going with the hard count. Nothing working there. Gregg still on the left side of Les now here. Moves to the right. Tight end, Zach Rogers, right side. After the snap, handoff to Gregg again. Good cut up to the right side, and he gets past the 20-yard line into the red zone. 3rd down and 1 upcoming. The red zone brought to you by McAlester Clothing Consignment. They accept consignments Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, and offers a 50-50 split. So 3rd down and 1 now for the Buffaloes, and another good gain by Stephen Gregg, who had 10 yards a carry last week for the Buffs. 4 carries for 40 yards. A lot of them came on one play, though.
We're going dozer right here. We got the heavy coming out. Bumpus going to be ahead of the dozer.
So that's something to keep an eye on. Like we said, Ethan Watkins is suited up, but he has not played yet here this week. Again, might be dealing with a lingering injury from last week against Del City. But 3rd down and 1, dozer. Bumpus at the head of it. Man in motion's Russell. Cuts back right. There's the snap. Right side, Bumpus. Bumpus around the corner. I think he got the yard that he needed.
He needed 1. He got... Oh, the official walked back.
One official walked back. It looked like he had it. From the place the ball is at, it looks like he might have it.
Where the ball is.
They're going to stop the clock while they bring out the chain gang.
Brandon, I want to mention really quick that defensive lineman from Coweta, who is a state champion wrestler, state finalist,
yes.
Oh, state finalist. I saw a thing where, some of the best wrestlers make some of the best tacklers in football. And I'd like to highlight one. Went to Wagner, went to Oklahoma State. He was a 4-time state champion. Now playing on Sundays, Malcolm Rodriguez. And you're seeing right there the forefront of what the takedowns and the grappling of wrestling, to get off the blocks and to get to the running backs. And that's just what this Coweta team is all about, violent and physical.
Let's see what we got here. As they brought the chain gang out, they will say that McAlester is
half a yard short, inches.
I mean, it's as close as it gets. Now they're moving it over to the near hash.
Yeah, we're going to walk it to the other side of the hash because maybe we might get 5 inches there. We might find it.
I think we're going to be short. But that was 3rd down, so you still got...
Hold on, bring out the index card next.
Yeah, about half a yard. So you have 4th down and inches upcoming. Bumpus out of the dozer package last year, he had 6 touchdowns. 21 carries for 90 yards, 6 touchdowns for Bumpus.
We're going to go back traditional offense here. Les now comes out. Looks like we're going to go heavy set.
So no dozer package, traditional offense. They're going to sugar rush the line here. Under center, Les now. Last time they fumbled trying this. They get the ball well this time. Les now has, I thought he had the push for the first down.
He had the first.
He got the push to get the first down, and then we had a linebacker or a safety come in and push him back, but that is enough for a first down for the Buffaloes by a good yard. So McAlester converts on their first 4th down attempt of the game on the run by Caden Lesnow. He has kept this drive alive on 3rd and 8 with his legs, and now 4th and 1 with his legs. Clark back on the left side, and Les now trips left. Can't get Coweta to jump off sides. Coweta is a pretty disciplined ball club. They didn't have very many penalties last week. They didn't have a lot last year against McAlester. Snap. Keeper by Les now on the option. He shakes off a tackle to get inside the 15, but we have a flag back at the 19.
With the carry, we do have a flag.
There was a hand around the face mask area, but
I don't think that's what the flag was thrown for, though.
that wasn't what the flag was.
Yep, it's holding on McAlester. There was a little bit of a grab there up high, but I don't think he did grab the face mask. And you didn't want drive killers with penalties.
Now you put yourself behind the sticks. You get inside the red zone. Now you're back on the outskirts. Ball's going to be placed at the 27 now.
That would be 1st and a little over 20. Trips left. Single receiver near side is Jackson Lauerman. Les now takes the snap, pitches it forward, and the Coweta Tigers read that so well. Tackled down for a big loss is Jordan Clark. McAlester tried going with a little bit of trickery there, and it hurt them as they lose. Gosh dang, how many more yards? That was about a loss of 5. 2nd and 25 coming up with 3:27 remaining in the first. No score between the Buffs and the Tigers.
Buffaloes try to go with the trick play. Looked like they were going to go sprint out to the left. Les now flips one back into Clark. Coweta, they read it all like a book. Good play there by the defense.
Might have been a missed block. McAlester switching in and out linemen and tight ends. Zach Rogers now just back in as the left tackle. Here's the snap on 2nd and 25. Screen pass near side, caught by Lauerman. Lauerman stumbles but gets back up to the 20-yard line. He gets down to about the 15, and he gets a lot of those yards back. It'll still be 3rd down and long upcoming, but this one's definitely way more manageable. 3rd down and 8 on the way here as Jackson Lauerman breaks it down to the 15. When I said he stumbled, he slipped on the turf but kept his hand up and kept his knees off the ground. And he was able to get good yardage there to bring it to 3rd down and 8 with 2:34 left to go in the first.
He would have made Boomer proud because he was rumbling and bumbling on that one, but he wasn't stumbling. He was running.
Good blocks on the outside as well. So 3rd and 8. McAllister's converted already once on 3rd and 8 so far this drive. Jordan Clark goes out to be a slot receiver, and so does Dustin Jacobson. And now Malachi Rice, empty backfield. Snap, passing out, one-on-one for Malachi Rice. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, McAlester. Malachi Rice with the first touchdown of the day for the Buffaloes. The recent Washington State commit makes the Cougs and the Buffs alike proud. 6-0. 2:08 left to go here in the first quarter. Rice only had 2 receptions last year for 27 yards. One of them was a touchdown. That's his first catch of the 23 season. Greer for the PAT. It's up, and it is good. Buffaloes lead 7-0. 2:08 left to go in the first here on K.
Type really, really fast while fucking the cat with your other hand.
What are you doing?
And done. Vault secure.
Vault?
In the month of October, when customers test drive a vehicle, they get to create a code to try to crack the vault and win $44,000.
That's $1,000 for every year we've been in business.
That's a great way to celebrate Fenton Nissan's 44th anniversary.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Learn more at FentonNissan.com.
What's better than watching football? Easy. Watching football in a brand new recliner. The Fall Into Savings Sale is underway at Vickers Furniture. Right now, a Lazy Boy recliner starts at just $3.99. New inventory is arriving, so we're making room by cutting our prices store-wide. Vickers Furniture offers 0% financing for up to 36 months for qualified customers. Vickers Furniture, 215 South 2nd, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
And Sam Wampler, Freedom, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a cell phone turned in up here in the press box. If you can come up and identify it, we'll let you have it back after we make a few
Buffaloes strike first here in McAlester. Trenton Greer on to kickoff to the Tigers. We'll have a drive summary for you here in a bit. It was a good one by the Buffs. Here's a pooch kick, near side. Grabbed, did not take it for a fair catch, and there'll be Forward progress stopped around the 34 after taking a licking was number 1 Ian Williams. This drive will start behind the 35-yard line. Phillip, we have a drive summary for the Buffs.
That was an 11-play, 68-yard touchdown drive. 68-yard touchdown drive that took 5 minutes, 14 seconds off the clock. Capped off with that 15-yard pass and catch from Caden Leston out of Malachi Rice. And the point after was successful by Trenton Greer. That's your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They are a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes.
So the nose of the football is at the 35 near hash. The Tigers are able to get a first down on the last possession as it started at the 50-yard line, but the Buffaloes forced them to turn the ball over on downs after that, set it down. So here comes first down and 10 from their own 35, 2:03 remaining in the first. Bell on the right side of Cooper. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Looks like tied in on the right side. Man in motion, we got a flag here, or it looks like a timeout.
Timeout, Coweta.
We'll take it. 30 seconds and we'll be back here.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs and was locally owned, because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's football season, and Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is ready to make you a deal. The new 23 Ram Crew Cab, Lone Star Bighorn, or the Laramie both offer $5,500 cash back or 2.9% financing for 72 months. And all Gladiators in stock are also 10% below.
We will play that commercial when we return. That was not a 60-second timeout, so we are right back. First down and 10. Here's a snap. Handoff to Bell. Bell around the left side. He's got a little bit of room to the 41-yard line. Pushed out of bounds after a good gain. Making the tackle was Eli Pemberton. And even Bell slaps the back of the head of Eli Pemberton, saying good tackle. There's one-on-one Pemberton with the nice tackle, and that will be a gain of 7 to bring up second down and a long 3. 1:57 remaining here in quarter number 1. The Buffaloes lead 7-0 over the Tigers. Tigers with the ball at their own 42-yard line. Bell's going to get a lot of carries tonight.
Tigers try to get that speed into the flats. Buffaloes were able to shut it down.
Snap. Cooper passing out for a screen. Out by Robinson with the catch. Goes around the right side. Gets the first down the far sideline. Runs into his own men, but not after a first down catch and go by Robinson. He did have a catch against the Buffaloes last year, but it was just an 11-yard reception. He already has a couple of grabs tonight. And already Cooper thrown, I believe, 4 passes. He threw 6 all week last week against the Chieftains. Ball at the 49-yard line, still on the Tiger side of the 50. Handle with the snap. Cooper throws it out far side. Caught, this time not by Robinson, but he takes a licking at the McAlester 46-yard line. And on the catch was Matthew Saxbury. And a Buffalo blew him up around the 46. That's a gain of 4. I think they already know that they're going to have to pass the ball a little bit more than they did last week against the Chieftains, because the McAlester Buffaloes have the run game at least up the middle taken care of right now.
Yep, Buffalo shutting down that run game up the middle, forcing Coweta right now to go one-dimensional, throwing these screen passes. And what they're doing is they're getting the Buffaloes having to run sideline to sideline, wear them out, so that way the running lanes could open up.
Bell on the right side of Cooper. Snap, handoff, Bell up the middle. He's following his blockers all the way to the 40-yard line for a first down and then some, as he's finally tackled down at the McAlester 32-yard line. This Coweta drive a lot better than the last one, at least here early.
Looked like they were going to try to run off the left side tackle. Malachi stepped up, pushed him back in there. Bell seen it, slid up, and when he did, he got right there behind his right guard and center, his left guard and center that was running up there, got in their backs and was able to push them and keep that pile moving.
First down and 10 now from the Buffalo 37. Snap. Cooper going to keep it himself at the right side, cuts it back left and gets to the 30. Another good gain here on the ground. Out to the 31 to bring up second down and about 4 coming up. One thing I find also interesting is Deacon Peterson is not usually a two-way player. He is tonight against McAlester. He's playing left tackle. At least that's what we had from previous games. We have 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Tigers don't have to snap it if they don't want to. Buffs up 7-0. 2nd and 4 coming up. Here's the snap, final play of this first quarter. Pass out far side, caught by Robinson. Boy, he's got good acceleration, and he runs over a Buffalo after a first down out to near the red zone. That's the end of the first quarter. Tigers threatening, but the Buffaloes leading 7-0. Quarter number 2 coming up here on K.
It's football season, and Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is ready to make you a deal. The new 23 Ram Crew Cab, Lone Star Bighorn, or the Laramie both offer $5,500 cash back or 2.9% financing for 72 months. And all Gladiators in stock are also 10% below MSRP. Here's a 23 Grand Cherokee. It offers up to $5,500 cash back. Go by Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram for details. On the 69 Bypass, McAlester.
McAlester Pepsi is family owned and operated for more than 80 years. We take great pride in what we do. McAlester Pepsi supports local athletes, schools, churches, and community events for generations. Our legacy continues with you. Whether we're talking about faith, family, friends, or football, we are honored to be your total beverage provider. From our family to yours, life is just better with Pepsi. Visit us at McAllisterPepsi.com.
Just a short list of our corporate game sponsors this evening. J. Michael Miller.
The Tigers finding most of their success through the screen pass so far as they get out to the Buffalo 21-yard line. They have not faced a third down so far on this drive after having 2 third downs in their first drive that started at the 50-yard line. Buffaloes lead 7-0, just now beginning the second quarter of play. 12 minutes on the clock. Lolo Bell right side of Cooper. Here's a snap, handoff over to Bell. Bell around the left side, has a lane to the 15-yard line, to the 10, down inside the 10 to the 5. Buffalo defense is struggling here with the multiple plays and the different types of plays that the Tigers are throwing at the Buffaloes. Braden Bumpus is going to come into the game. Coming out will be Zach Rogers. Well, it looked like it. Now he's running right back in. Jordan Clark comes out. First down and goal from the 6. Tigers looking to tie this back up. 2 receivers left. Ball on the left hash. Now moving left to right across your radio dial. H-back moves to the right side. Here's the snap on first and goal from the 6. Cooper keeps it himself, and he's tackled down after minimal gain. Only a gain of 1.
Cooper with the keeper. He's inside the...
So 30 seconds gone off the clock here in the second quarter. Buffalo's trying to have a defensive stand here.
Buffalo's bringing back in some muscle right there in the middle. Looks like 66, Gavin Mason.
That would be Gavin Mason, yes.
Came back in that. He's back in that defensive tackle position. They're going to try to get it stopped up the middle and see if they can get some pressure into the backfield here.
That end zone also working as like a 12th man for the Buffaloes right now. Bell on the left side of Cooper. Snap, handoff Bell. Bell up the middle. He will be tracked down at the 3. There's trying to have a push from the pile, but not much of a push. Buffaloes equal it, and it'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 3.
Just outside the 3-yard line.
I would not be surprised if you see Cooper pull it from the belly of Bell here. Maybe go around an edge. 3rd and 3 coming up.
This is when you got to just stay disciplined on your reads, because if you see that ball go in his belly, just take your reads, stay at home, because we've already seen him pull it once. We've seen what he can do with his legs. We've seen what he can do with his legs in Edmond last year in the state championship. And all this young man's done since then is he's just gotten better and progressed.
And Cooper, the transfer from Gore, state runner-ups last year. Snap, they didn't get the ball off in time. 0's on the play clock. As it was running down, we're going to have a delay of game on the Tigers. Time got away from Coweta, and they'll move them back to their own 8-yard line here on 3rd and 8. Or 3rd and goal from the 8.
5-yard step off, moves it back to the 8-yard line.
They've already burned 2 timeouts because they almost had delayed games earlier in the first quarter. They just have 1 left. Buffaloes have all 3. Makes this 3rd down a little bit harder for the Tigers. Ball left hash. 2 receivers right, tight end and H-back both on the right side. Snap. Rolling right. Cooper looking downfield. Caught at the 3. Carter Lance with the tackle at the 2. Carter Lance making the catch to keep a Tiger out of the end zone. And I'll bring up 4th down and goal from the 2.
This right here is where you establish what's called a stone wall. You got to play big man football in the interior, slam them guards and tackles down, get back into the backfield. If it's a read option, if you're let go, you got to just stay home because you don't know if you're about to pull it and come at you.
Can the Buffaloes have a goal line stand here? 4th and 2, they're going to go out of the Wildcat. Here's a snap under center. They hand the ball off instead and into the end zone. The Tigers have a score.
Touchdown.
Ian Williams in on the touchdown on the carry. And the Tigers are a PAT away from tying it up. At first, it looked like that Wildcat formation where Bell was at, and then Cooper went under center, handed it off over to Williams. It's always a pleasure when you see Coach Tim Harper and Coach Forrest Mazie face off against each other because it's like a chess match. Snap, kick is up, and it is good as we are tied. 7-7, 9:22 remaining in the first half here on KNED.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger can be unpleasant. You don't need any help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those pleasant meetings, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters, give them a call. They're expert craftsmen, specialists with over 50 years of experience in collision repair, utilizing only top quality parts and accessories. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma in McAlester.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wappler's Freedom Ford with some exciting news. We have purchased Eufaula Ford in the beautiful town of Eufaula. Now with 2 locations, we have a better selection of new vehicles in stock and coming in, plus more pre-owned and service, all to better serve you. We are so thankful for this opportunity and hope you'll join us at Sam Wappler's Freedom Ford of McAlester and Eufaula. Come on in and let us make it happen for you.
And Midwest Sporting Goods.
Welcome back. 9:22 left here in the first half. Tied up 7-7 as the Tigers just scored a touchdown. Here's the kick. That'll roll past a man at the 7-yard line to be picked up. Trying to get upfield as the Buffalo, but he's going to be tackled at the 6 and pushed backwards. That's the second time tonight that the Buffaloes have had just a bad time trying to return the ball. That time it was Stephen Gregg that just couldn't find any opening. The Tigers there quickly. The ball scooted past him first. So this drive starting at their own 6-yard line, not the way you wanted to start it off after the touchdown. Speaking of the touchdown, long drive there for the Tigers.
11 plays, 65 yards, took 4 minutes and 41 seconds in total off the clock. Capped off with that 2-yard touchdown run by Ian Williams. Point after was good. That's your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They are a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes.
Clark on the left side of Les now. Here's a snap. Screen pass out near side, caught by Bumpus, I believe, down the near sideline, and he will be pushed out of bounds around the 11. Good gain of 5 there by Bumpus. 2nd down and 5 coming up.
Pass out to Braden Bumpus is complete.
Putting it right between the 10 and the 11.
To the 6-yard line.
It looks like 2nd down and 6 instead.
Second down and 6.
You can see this drive started at actually the 7-yard line.
Had some good receiver blocking downfield. Got that bubble screen to the flat working for him. That was a good 4-yard pickup.
8 to snap it for the Buffs on 2nd and 6 from their own 11. Les now, quarterback design run, right side, past a man to the 20-yard line, down the near sideline, delivers a sit for him, staying on his feet all the way to the Buffalo 39. Caden Les now, showing off the footwork and the speed, and he's down to the 39-yard line for a first down, brought to you by Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties. When you're looking to sell your ranch, timber, recreational land, or a rural home, call 918-284-1233. What'd you see there, Phillip?
They just went straight quarterback run to that left side, sealed off the edge. Les now using his legs and that speed, picks up a hard at 28 yards.
And again, that should have been a false start. Les now's going to take it and run past the 45 and stepping out of bounds around the 45-yard line.
We're all got to be calm.
And we've got some pushing and shoving here between Jordan Clark and Ian Williams going on after the play. That's another false start that the Buffaloes got away with.
Yeah, it looked like they got away with one right there. I thought it was just a screenplay, but then I realized, no, that was just a false start.
It's a gain of 5, 2nd down and 5 upcoming. 8:43, the clock is stopped with Les now running out of bounds. Trips right. Clark staying the running back for now. Snap low, handoff Clark. Clark met and slung down around the 45. Depending on where his knee went down, this might be no gain. Right up the middle, looked like Luke Maladon might have met him. Maladon, if that's the case, he led the team in tackles last year for the Coweta Tigers in that 11-1 finish with 97, according to Vibe. Pretty good year.
He's a 3-year starter, isn't he?
I believe he is. 5'11", 190 senior listed. Trips right, 3rd and 5 here for the Buffs at their own 44. Snap, Les now rolling right, looking to pass over the middle. This one's caught and first down, McAlester. Caught by Carter Lance on the other side of the 50 around the 47. They've tried doing that same play, and it probably should have worked the last 2 times. This time, Carter Lance snags it in, and they're going to say he went down at the 48. Probably a bad spot there, but it doesn't matter. Still well a first down.
Receivers looking for the call. They get one in. That was just a good sprint out and good play there.
Rolling out left. Les now again looking downfield. Tries going deep. He's got a man behind the defense. Carter Lance tiptoeing, making the catch in the red zone. That's the McAlester Clothing Consignment red zone. They accept consignments Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays and offers a 50-50 split. What about that throw there from Les now, partner?
What a beautiful ball there by Caden Les now. Beautiful toe tap, Carter Lance. I want to give a little bit of praise of that offensive line. Zach Rogers destroyed a man and then turned around and looked for the next soul to claim as Caden Lesnow went on the sprint out, and Lesnow just like it was a Sunday stroll, just a flick of the wrist. Good ball there by the senior.
Loading up the line. Malachi Rice, tight end left. Looks like Jacobson, H-back right. Snap. Handoff. Up the middle. Drayton Pouncil, it looks like, out to the 15-yard line. And not much working there for him. Gain of 1, it looks like right now. Thought he got to the 15. So Drayton Pouncil, that's only his. That's only his 2nd carry of the year. I believe he had a carry against Broken Bow. That's his first one since.
Just a little violent run right there by Pouncil. I mean, he only picked up 1 yard, but it was violent. He made there was a collision. He kept his feet moving. Ultimately, a couple more Tigers was able to get him to the ground. 2nd
down and 9 from the red zone. Jacobson now moves out to be a receiver, and so does Pouncil. 5 to snap it. Now out comes Malachi to be a receiver left side. Last time this was a touchdown. They're going to try to do it again. Going deep for Malachi, and he's got 2 on the night. As Malachi looks down his receiver and says, "You don't want none, buddy." Touchdown, Buffaloes. Malachi Rice has 2 receptions this year, both of them for touchdowns, both in this game. Trenton Greer trying to make this a 7-point game once again with 6:56 left in it. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. Correction with 6:56 left in the first half. 14-7. Buffaloes lead the Tigers. We'll take a break. Be right back here on
Vickers Power Sports reminds you that hunting season is not far off. And right now at Vickers Power Sports, you can get in a brand new Can-Am Defender at fall discount pricing. Vickers has every style and color of Can-Am Defender you can think of. Not only that, they also have every hunting accessory you can think of. Drop by Vickers Power Sports today at 1904 South Main in McAlester, or go to vickerspowersports.com, or call us at 918-423-3306.
Integrity Portable Buildings and Steel Structures is your place to buy your next cabin, barn, shed, studio home, carport, RV cover, garage, playset, and more. They have many different displays on the lot, and you can rent to own and no credit checks. They're locally owned and operated and serve all of Southeast Oklahoma with integrity. Open 6 days a week at 1407 South Georgia 9 Expressway, next to the Stockyards in McAlester. Call them at 918-558-8205.
And McAlester Radio.
6:56 left in the first half, and Malachi Rice, he just verbally committed to Washington State like a couple of days ago. And he's sure making them proud and saying, yeah, we made the right choice. He's got 2 touchdown receptions tonight, one of 16, and that last one of...
The first one was 15, that was a 16.
And we'll have a drive summary for you here after this kick by Greer. It's on the way. He gives it as much leg as he's got. He's got the wind at his back, too. This one will be driven to the 6-yard line and taken. Straight up the middle, and there's a lane to the 35-yard line, to the 40. Trenton Greer pushes Lolo Bell closer to the line, but he doesn't step out. He's still running. I haven't heard a whistle. Now I do.
The official's been stopped at the 46.
The 46 on McAllister's side of the 50. So a great return for Lolo Bell, I believe, out to the 46-yard line. Phil, we have a drive summary, though, first by the Buffaloes.
That was an 8-play, 93-yard touchdown drive that spanned 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Capped off with a 16-yard touchdown pass from Caden Lesnau to Malachi Rice, and the point after try was successful. And that is your drive summary, brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They are a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes.
I mean, the Buffs have been averaging over 200 rushing yards a game. We talk about how much Coweta is a rushing team this year. Who would have thought we'd have so many passing yards in the first half? 14-7, Buffaloes lead, 6:47 remaining here in the first half. Tigers with the ball at their own 46, and they run it left and get nothing. Maybe a yard. They're not even giving an extra one than that. Look at the knee was down around the 47. It should be a gain of 1, but they're going to give him 2. 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, he came in late and gave him a gain of 2 right there, but Buffaloes had him turned up at no gain, but he was able to get in there for a 1-yard pickup.
So 2nd and 8. 2 yards away from getting to the 50-yard line. Buffs with a 7-point lead. They went 3 and out in their first drive, and that last drive, like you said, 94-yard drive for the Buffs. 2 receivers left. Cooper's going to pass it on a screen. It's caught in stride. Good throw by Cooper. It leads to positive yards out to the McAlester 49-yard line because Malachi Rice was about to obliterate that wide receiver if it was thrown anywhere than where it was. I believe that was either Robinson or that was Saxberry on the catch. I think it was Saxberry.
Right there, they just go bubble to the flat again. Screenplay. Malachi, he just started to kind of apex. He has an H-back and a tight end, so he can't apex as much as he wants. He's got to stay home, but he was able to get out there.
And Cooper on this play is sacked down at the 50. Planted right there. He faked a throw, looked deep, that was covered, decided he tried to run, and he was tracked down right at the 50 for a loss of 1, and we might have the Tigers punting this one away.
That was a good play right there. Again, that H-back tight end on that left side. Malachi can't apex, but he was able to get out there, and that's where he wanted to go. He had pumped that bubble route, seen Malachi flying like he was shot out of a cannon. He had to take that ball back in, look for his next read. Ultimately, he just got sacked.
Punting it away would be Zavelin Ballalong, I believe. He's got the ball, punts it away. It's a high, spiraling punt, and it takes a Buffalo bounce backwards, get away from it, as it's down at the 31, maybe the 32. So a good defensive stand there by the Buffaloes after a good starting field position at their own 46. They only gained 4 yards out of that drive, and the Buffaloes take over with a chance to go up 2 scores. They have all 3 timeouts. Tigers have 1 left. 4:52 remaining here in the first half. Do we see the Buffaloes throw it to Malachi again? Maybe. I mean, we were just talking during the break. No one else heard this, but you and I were speaking. Rice stands at 6'6", and even sometimes, like his basketball roster listed him as 6'7". 225 pounds. Not a lot of people can go one-on-one with him.
Yeah. At that point in time, you just throw it up in the corner and let the big man eat.
Rice down there somewhere. Lesnau with the snap on first down, rolls out left. Tries to get a corner. Now he's going to tuck it and run down the near sideline, and he'll run out of bounds right around the 35 for another good gain of about 6.
35-yard line.
Yeah, they're just getting that direct quarterback sprint out, wanting to go downfield. Good zone. It was a zone sack on the defensive backs for Coweta, locking down these receivers, not letting them get open. Ultimately, Lesnau knows I have the edge. The defensive backs are gone. I can pick up 6 really quick before they turn around and come and find me.
Lesnau's doing what I do in Madden, just run around with the quarterback. If someone's open, fine. If not, run it. Here's a snap. Play action, throw it over the middle. Caught by Eli Chapman in stride. First down, past the 50 to the 45. Takes 2 Tigers with him as he drug down to the 42. Eli Chapman, and putting it right between the U and the F in Buffs across his chest was Caden Lesnau on that little slant route. Good catch and go by Chapman, his 3rd grab of the year. Puts the Buffaloes into Tiger territory at the 42.
He caught that slant route in stride. Eli Chapman, good play there. Good speed with him. Picks up 28 yards.
Trips right, snap. Hand off Stephen Gregg right up the middle, and he's met by number 32 of the Tigers. And that was like an immovable object just meeting a car. That was a quick collision, and Parker Dotson with the tackle. Gain of only 1. That's the thing about this Coweta defense is that you have the defensive line that's really good, I'm going to say. But their linebackers are just as solid. And if there is a lane that opens up, those linebackers are there to clog it up. 2nd down and 9, ball favoring the left hash. Trips right. Under 4 left to go here in the first half. Quarterback design run by Les now. Sheds off a block. Presses the B button to get around Luke Maladon, but he made just enough contact to be able to bring down Les now. That's a bad spot, too, I feel like. I thought he got another yard at least. They're going to say his knee went down around the 38-yard line. Gain of 3. 3rd and 6 coming up. And what could be 4-down territory anyway.
Right here it is. You know, this is kind of no man's land. Even though you got a 14-mile-an-hour wind to your back, might as well just kind of go for it.
I don't think you're kicking a near 60-yard field goal. Bumpus in motion. Looking to pass. Screen pass near side. Caught by Russell. And he doesn't get anything. Maybe even a loss.
That was Cleveland.
That actually was Cleveland Williamson. Thank you. Cleveland Williamson with the catch.
Williamson on a 2-yard catch.
So they say the forward progress gets him out to the 36-yard line, and I don't think there's any discussion here. Buffs are going for it on 4th and 4. They might run this clock down, though, because if they don't get it, they don't want to give it to the Tigers with a ton of time left. They do have 1 timeout, the Tigers do. Buffs have all 3. So if they run this down, they might do it to the 0 mark and call timeout.
That's what they're going to do. Maisie, he's calling everybody over. They're just going to let this thing dwindle down, call a timeout right at 1 second so they don't get the delay of game.
And we'll take the timeout also. 2:33 left here in the first half. Buffs leading 14-7 on
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Chakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
So 4th and 4 coming up for the Buffaloes. They ran the clock all the way down to 2:33 before they called timeout. They have 2 left. They have the ball at the Coweta 36-yard line near hash, trying to go up 2 scores. They're up 14-7 on the Tigers. Big play here for both teams. Les now in the gun, 4 wide. Here's the snap. Handoff, reverse, out over to Les now, actually. Les now looking downfield. Wide open, man! Caught, 5-yard line. Dives through the pylon. Is he in? Touchdown, McAlester!
Oh, we got a flag back at the 35-yard line.
Jackson Lauerman made the catch with the touchdown. And is it holding?
They just called they called a holding on Zach Rogers. He was pleading his case and everything.
Oh, man, what a beauty of a play design. Les now is actually over in the slot, but since the numbers, they were standing straight ahead, I couldn't tell who was actually in the gun there at quarterback. And they flipped it over to Les now, who find a wide open Jackson Lauerman, but that's going to come back. And now you have to wonder, do you punt it away? And it looks like it's what the Buffs are going to do here. Touchdown off the board. They put the ball back at the 46-yard line. Every big play it seems like we've had this year, you're looking for a yellow flag. That's rough.
That was kind of a reminiscence of a Philly special.
A little bit, just at the 33 instead of the. And we're faking it here. Option played. Who's got it? Oh, they did a fumble rooski at the 30-yard line. We got another flag. It's Braden Bumpus getting down to around the 12-yard line. He lost the ball, but the Buffaloes jump back on it at the 10.
We just had another flag come out.
It's going to be a holding. It's coming back.
Oh, my goodness. They hit the ball on the punt to Braden Bumpus.
It's a sideline interference. He's telling the sideline to back up.
That's going to be a sideline warning. If that's what it's on. If that's just a warning, it's still a first down, though, for McAlester. They're keeping the ball at the 11-yard line.
I noticed on the way down there.
So they're going to keep the ball at the 11. So it's just a warning. So McAlester does convert. With 2:18 left in the first half, they just had Braden Bumpus hold the ball until everyone went to the right side. And it was like playing that game where you have the ball underneath the cups and you shuffle them around. That's exactly what McAlester did. But Braden Bumpus takes it down to the 11. Back into the McAlester Clothing Consignment Red Zone. They accept consignments Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays and offer a 50-50 split. First down and 10 from the 11. Les now trying to get Coweta to jump off sides. They still end up going for it. The madman on 4th and 13.
Dip into that play bag, Forrest Mazie. Dip into it.
Snap, handoff. Jordan Clark following his blockers. One man to beat to the goal line. He crashes in. Touchdown, McAlester. They go up 2 scores here with 1:48 remaining in the second quarter.
Leading the charge on the left side to the Buffaloes. Zach Rogers, Gavin Mason,
Gavin Mason and Zach Rogers paving the way for Jordan Clark to get his first rushing touchdown of the season. Buffaloes go up 20-7. Here's the PAT attempt from Trenton Greer. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and it is money. 1:48 left to go in the first half. Buffaloes lead 21-7 here on.
Hey there, football fans. Are you ready for the ultimate game day experience? Kennedy Eye Care is your ticket to a crystal clear view of every heart-pounding moment. We're your local vision care MVPs, helping you score big with comprehensive exams, top eyewear brands like Oakley and Ray-Ban, and cutting-edge lens enhancements to help you not just watch the game, but experience it. Whether you're a player or a passionate fan, don't let poor vision sideline you. Give Kennedy Eye Care a call today at 918-429-1400.
KC Farm Machinery in McAlester reminds you mowing season ain't over yet. And right now is the time to get a great deal on a new Gravely Commercial Zero-Turn Mower. We carry Gravely Zero-Turn models anywhere from 42 inches up to a 72-inch cut. The 2024s are coming soon, and now is the time to take advantage of the discounts available on all Gravely Zero-Turn models. Your local independent Gravely dealer in McAlester is KC Farm Machinery, right next to the McAlester Union Stockyards.
1:48 remaining in the first half. The Buffaloes lead the Tigers 21-7. Like I said, it's like a chess match here between Tim Harper and Forrest Mazie. And Mazie, boy, he dug into his bag of tricks on that last drive.
He pulled something out of his hat. I think a talking snowman's next. As crazy as he's getting.
That was like a fumble Rooski on a fake punt for a pickup to the 11 to continue that touchdown drive. Greer's going to kick this one away, trying to keep it away from Lolo Bell. He took the last one out to the 46-yard line. This one's taken at the 5. Straight ahead go the Tigers. Again, another big run, but they're going to be grabbed at the 29-yard line, pushing it forward to about the 31-32, and that's where this Tiger drive is going to begin. Phillip, we have a drive summary.
That was an 8-play, 71-yard touchdown drive. It spanned 3 minutes and 4 seconds, capped off with that 11-yard touchdown run by Jordan Clark, and the point after was good. That is your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They are a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes.
Man, they faked out our cameraman. Nate, you good?
Yeah, I will say I feel like I'm pretty good with following the ball with the camera. They didn't really get me the second time, but on that first fake, that was wild.
First down and 10, handoff, nothing there. Buffaloes, well, they stopped him at first, and then he broke through. Lolo Bell is going to get to the 30-yard line. He's got a convoy, and he's going to have a touchdown. On the first play from scrimmage, Lolo Bell was stopped at the line, and then somehow, like the seas parting, found a gap, and then there was open daylight at 7:57 tonight here in Oklahoma. There was nothing there, and somehow, talking about Mazie being a magician, Bell was there. Didn't take him very long to make this a one-score game again. Here's the PAT. It is up, it is high, and it is good. So quickly, 21-14 after the big run by Bell. Buffaloes will get the ball back with 2 timeouts left with 1:28 left in the half. Here.
Get ready for a winning combination this football season. Just as your team brings the heat on the field, our HVAC experts bring you unbeatable comfort at home. Touchdown with us for reliable HVAC solutions. Score big with our exclusive installation offer using keyword football. Call now and let us keep you in the game. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare at 918-424-7135. We are licensed, bonded, and insured.
At Compass Capital Management, our unique process, the Life Plan Solution, will be the guide to you reaching your retirement goals and realizing your dreams. Go to compasscapitalmgt.com. Registered principal securities offered through Cambridge Investment Research Incorporated, a broker-dealer, member FINRA, SIPC. Jimmy J. Williams is an investment advisor representative of Compass Capital Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cambridge and Compass Capital Management, LLC are not affiliated. 321 South 3rd, Suite 4, McAlester, Oklahoma, 74501.
So the Tigers respond quickly on a near 70-yard run by Lolo Bell. This one's going to be a returnable here for the Buffs. They'll take it at the 13-yard line, go long ways. With it is Kason Washington Maisie, I believe, to the near side, and he'll get to the 24. And this is where McAllister's going to start this drive at. So it's a quick drive. It was a 68-yard touchdown run by Lolo Bell in 13 seconds. That's your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service and Crematory McAlester. They offer a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes. I believe that was Washington Maisie. They got it to the 24. Can McAlester score with, 80 seconds on the clock? They got 2 timeouts left as well. Trying to go back up by 2 scores. It's 21-14 between the Buffs and the Tigers. Les now can't get the Tigers to jump off sides here. Everything the Buffaloes have scored, every drive has been earned. Long drives for the Buffaloes here tonight. Jordan Clark on the left side, Les now. Snap, quarterback design run left side, gets around the corner, gets a block from Clark, dancing around and be tackled from behind around the 35, but did not get out of bounds. But the clock should still stop if that's a first down carry.
It is not.
It is not a first down carry, so he's going to pick up 9, second down and 1. 60 seconds left here in the first quarter, first half. You also don't want to make a mistake, fumble the ball, and give the ball back to the Tigers. They get the ball to begin the second half. And we got that should be a false start.
Yeah.
Snap, catch, Eli Chapman still after it's batted. Chapman keeps it all the way to the 49-yard line of the Tigers, but this should be on the Buffaloes. They continue to let the play go out.
Yeah,
unless they were
illegal shift.
Okay.
Yeah, we knew that was happening. That's an illegal shift on the Buffs. I thought that would be the third time that we got away with a false start. That time an illegal shift, and I'll move the ball back 5 yards, stopping the clock for now.
Timeout McAlester.
And that will be their second used timeout. They have 1 left. 45 seconds left in the half. Buffaloes lead 21-14 here on K.
For a clean, comfortable room at a great price, it's Best Western Inn and American Lodge and Suites in McAlester, both locally owned and operated. Best Western Inn and American are proud sponsors of the 2023 football season. Wishing the best of luck to all the players and coaches. Remember, when you need a clean, comfortable room at a great price, think Best Western Inn and American Lodge and Suites, both located on the 69 bypass in McAlester.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. After the illegal shift, it's second down and 6 coming up for McAlester at their own 27-yard line. How aggressive do the Buffs want to be here? They use their second timeout. They've got 1 left. They're leading 21-14. If they give the ball back to the Tigers, it took them 13 seconds to go 68 yards on 1 play. We know how explosive Lolo Bell can be. He's playing both ways, too.
Yep.
I mean, the stamina on this guy to be able to do what he does. Same way for a lot of Buffalo players out here, too. Trips right. Here's a snap on 2nd and 6. Les now rolling out left, looking back door, under pressure. Goes back long side. Still looking downfield. Just got to try to beat Peterson to the edge. He will now throw it late, one-on-one. It's too high. He was looking for Carter Lance. That play went about 11 seconds. I mean, you had Les now go from the near hash all the way to the near sideline. No one was open. He went all the way over to the far sideline, threw it late for Carter Lance, and it was just too high.
Well, Les now picked up about 3 first downs just in that run with his legs.
That's right. So 3rd down now and 6, but big for the Tigers that stops the clock.
Yep.
2 receivers each side. They're going to bunch them up close to the line. Snap is low. It's bobbled. Picked back up is Les now. Les now composed, steps up in the pocket. Now goes deep, one-on-one for Jackson Lauerman. He's got the catch down to the 30. 25 seconds left to go here in the first half. He might have gotten away with a push-off. But he's down to the 32. Jackson Lauerman with a big connection from Lesnow to Lauerman. We had the final timeout called by the Buffaloes, so 25 seconds left in the half. We'll be back in 30 more seconds here.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
Move, he's like, they won't notice.
So Caden Lesnow flipping the field with Jackson Lauerman on a huge strike down to the Coweta Tiger 32-yard line. Burn their final timeout, though. Coweta still has one. So I wonder if he's drawing up a play here to try to get a lot of yards in one go. They got 25 seconds. They could have clocked it there. Yep. They didn't do that. So I'm itching to know what Coach Mazey is drawing up here. Used the full timeout. It was even kind of late coming out of the huddle. You haven't started the play clock yet.
You got Malachi lined up out wide.
He's got 2 touchdown grabs tonight. It's on the near side is where Malachi's at. Trips right. The snap low again. Lesnow going right instead, down the far sideline, it's overthrown. Takes 5 seconds off the clock. 2nd down and 10 coming up. From here, it would be a 49-yard field goal, which is well beyond the range of what I would say Trenton Greer is. His long on the year is 38.
Yeah, that's asking him to kick 12 more yards. Greg Zerline, Justin Tucker, y'all want to come here and help us real quick?
I mean, we'd have the wind at his back. But still, it'd be a lot to ask.
It'd be a lot to ask from a high school kid. You know, you had the Mizzou kicker kick a 52-yarder. The kid from Arkansas last week kicked like a 54 and a 52-yarder.
They got to hurry. 5 to snap it. 4, they break the huddle. 3, 2, 1. They get it off in time, and it rolls behind Lesnow. Lesnow picks it up, goes to the right, evades 2 men in the backfield, throws it away. Gosh dang. We've had 3 magicians tonight. 1 Forrest Mazey, 2 Lolo Bell, 3 Caden Lesnow, because there's been problems with the snap so far tonight. That snap, we've had a lot of low snaps. That one was low off to the left, and it scooted behind Lesnow. He was able to pick it up. Again, composed as can be, with 2 guys bearing down on him, he's able to get around them and just throw that one away. So it brings up 3rd down and 10 with 16 seconds left here in the first half.
And he was smart enough, too, that even though he was so far back, he knew I'm out of the pocket. All I got to do is get the ball back to the line of scrimmage to avoid that intentional grounding call.
Stephen Gregg on the left side. Snap. This one's good. Back to passes. Lesnow again one-on-one down the far sideline towards the end zone. We got some hand fighting, but no penalty there. Buffaloes want pass interference. I don't think they're going to get that there, and I don't think they should, because you wouldn't want that against you.
We got Coweta Tiger down back behind the end zone.
Oh, behind the end zone, you're right. With 11 seconds left, we're going to have an injury timeout here. We'll see who it is here on Kane.
Type really, really fast while blocking the cat with your other hand.
What are you doing?
And done. Vault secure.
Vault?
In the month of October, when customers test drive a vehicle, they get to create a code to try to crack the vault and win $44,000.
That's $1,000 for every year we've been in business.
That's a great way to celebrate Fenton Nissan's 44th anniversary.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Learn more at FentonNissan.com.
What's better than watching football? Easy. Watching football in a brand new recliner. The Fall Into Savings sale is underway at Vickers Furniture. Right now, a Lazy Boy recliner starts at just $3.99. New inventory is arriving, so we're making room by cutting our prices store-wide. Vickers Furniture offers 0% financing for up to 36 months for qualified customers. Vickers Furniture, 215 South 2nd, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
I was
We'll hear from the Bank and A here in just a moment, but as they get Hayden Terry off the field, again, they're looking at his right ankle. He needs a lot of help. He's not even putting any weight on it right now. This is going to be a long field goal. A long field goal attempt right now. on 4th down and 10 from the 32. We mentioned earlier this would be a 49-yard attempt. The wind has died down a little bit. This would be 11 yards further than his career high. Snap, hold, kick is up. It may have the distance. He nailed it! A 49-yard field goal for Trenton Greer.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
What a kick!
Wow.
As Hook Hill Stadium erupts for the senior. Makes this a 2-score game with 5 seconds left. That is 11 yards longer than his career high. We said that's a lot to ask for from a high school player. Greer says, I sleep.
That might have been good from 50.
He had the distance all the way. What a kick. Phillip, we're going to keep it here as we only have 5 seconds left in the half. Drive summary for the Buffaloes.
That was a 7-play, 72-yard drive, and it took 1 minute and 15 seconds off the clock, capped off with that miraculous 49-yard field goal by the senior Trenton Greer. And that is your drive summary, brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They are a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this at home right now and you have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you need to screen video that and send that to ESPN and Sports Center, because
great kick.
That was a great kick, and that young man just hit a 49-yarder. He had the distance, he had the leg, and like Nate said, it would have been good from over 50, as hard as he kicked that.
Jenny Mullins tuning in for Juniper Point saying, let's go black and gold. Also, Taylor James tuning in as well, saying, protecting tiny children and watching the Buffs. You can work for DHS. Thank you, Taylor, for tuning in. 5 seconds left in the half. Very important that they do not get another big return. Try to get this one into the end zone if you can. I don't doubt him for a second. We're going to go squib kick, though. This one will be bobbled at the 20, picked up by Lolo at the 15, and he's going to be tackled. No, staying on his feet to the 5, and they're going to say his knee did go down around the 7. So that will be the end of the first half. Buffaloes lead by 2 scores, 24-14 against the Coweta Tigers. Tigers get the ball to begin the second half, but we will have our Buffalo halftime show brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry beginning shortly. This is Buffalo Football here on K.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs, and was locally owned, because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's football season, and Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is ready to make you a deal. The new 23 Ram Crew Cab, Lone Star Bighorn, or the Laramie both offer $5,500 cash back or 2.9% financing for 72 months. And all Gladiators in stock are also 10% below MSRP. Here's a 23 Grand Cherokee. It offers up to $5,500 cash back. Go by Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram for details. On the 69 Bypass, McAlester.
McAlester Pepsi is family owned and operated for more than 80 years. We take great pride in what we do. McAlester Pepsi supports local athletes, schools, churches, and community events for generations. Our legacy continues with you. Whether we're talking about faith, family, friends, or football, we are honored to be your total beverage provider. From our family to yours, life is just better with Pepsi. Visit us at McAllisterPepsi.com.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger can be unpleasant. You don't need any help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those pleasant meetings, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters, give them a call. They're expert craftsmen, specialists with over 50 years of experience in collision repair, utilizing only top quality parts and accessories. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma in McAlester.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford with some exciting news. We have purchased Eufaula Ford in the beautiful town of Eufaula. Now with 2 locations, we have a better selection of new vehicles in stock and coming in, plus more pre-owned and service, all to better serve you. We are so thankful for this opportunity and hope you'll join us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford of McAlester and Eufaula. Come on in and let us make it happen for you.
Vickers Power Sports reminds you that hunting season is not far off. And right now at Vickers Power Sports, you can get in a brand new Can-Am Defender at fall discount pricing. Vickers has every style and color of Can-Am Defender you can think of. Not only that, they also have every hunting accessory you can think of. Drop by Vickers Power Sports today at 1904 South Main in McAlester, or go to vickerspowersports.com, or call us at 918-423-3306.
Integrity Portable Buildings and Steel Structures is your place to buy your next cabin, barn, shed, studio home, carport, RV cover, garage, playset, and more. They have many different displays on the lot, and you can rent to own and no credit checks. They're locally owned and operated and serve all of Southeast Oklahoma with integrity. Open 6 days a week at 1407 South Georgia Expressway, next to the Stockyards in McAlester. Call them at 918-558-8205.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Coweta, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Hey there, football fans. Are you ready for the ultimate game day experience? Kennedy Eye Care is your ticket to a crystal clear view of every heart-pounding moment. We're your local vision care MVPs, helping you score big with comprehensive exams, top eyewear brands like Oakley and Ray-Ban, and cutting-edge lens enhancements to help you not just watch the game, but experience it. Whether you're a player or a passionate fan, don't let poor vision sideline you. Give Kennedy Eye Care a call today at 918-429-1400.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the McAlester High School Band and Color Guard. The band is directed by Mark Price and assisted by Andrew Hatch, Jarrett Adams.
Well, it's been a high-scoring first half is what it's been. The Buffaloes lead 24-14 over the Coweta Tigers. McAlester has earned everything that they've gotten tonight. The Coweta Tigers defense has come to play, but McAlester has played very good on offense. I think this is probably their best showing on offense, considering that the opponent you're facing so far this year. Again, Coweta came into this game averaging 19.2 points per game. It's pretty interesting that McAlester is able to put up 24. The Spolpa Chieftains last week, who on the season's was averaging near 50 points a game against some 6A2 teams, they were held to only 19. The Buffaloes got 24 here in the first half. Every one of their drives were long, hard-fought drives. The Coweta Tigers scored one long drive that ended in a score on a 4th down and goal from the 2. But then also just a 68-yard shuffle by Lolo Bell where he got lost in the shuffle behind the lineman, and then he just burst through for a walk-in touchdown pretty much, for a 68-yard walk-in touchdown. There was no one near him. But if it wasn't for that run, this is blowout territory. 24-7 McAlester would be winning this right now. But it's not the case here. Coweta has a lot of explosive talent, as you've been able to see so far. And that is why it is 24-14 and not 24-7. The Buffaloes know that they will make adjustments. Coach Harper is going to make tons of adjustments there at the first half, going into the second half. Like I said, it's a chess match between these two teams. And both coaches have thrown everything in the kitchen sink at each other so far. We've had trick plays galore. It's been fun to watch. Again, this is the Buffalo Halftime Show, brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, where they have quality-made jewelry and watch batteries. So, Phillip, your opinion on the first half?
About as good as you could ask for, honestly.
Save a couple of plays?
Yeah, I mean, just a couple of plays, a couple of big plays. A 68-yarder. If he doesn't hit that 68-yarder, you probably force him to punt the football. I mean, don't know what happens after that one play, but the way that you came out, forced him to punt the drive right before that and went down and scored with ease. But mostly, got to get the snaps up, man. That's going to be something that could plague you in the second half if you keep fumbling snaps like that. If we keep snapping the ball on the ground, sooner or later, Coweta, they're just going to go over there and they're just going to hit less now and fall on the football. So you want to be very mindful and take care of the football, because any free possessions for Coweta, essentially you're up 10, but this isn't even the ball game's not over.
Right.
And they get the football, start second half, and who knows? Like, say they go down and score, and then you fumble the snap, then they could have the lead. So you just got to be mindful, take care of the football, know where you're at, and cannot get.
Oh, I have it right here.
And,
Sorry, I was looking at something.
Cannot get stupid penalties, man. We too many times we've had a big play, come back for a hold, big play, come back for a hold, and you just got to be mindful. And I know we've had our student athletes have pled their case as to why, like they didn't hold, they didn't do this, but you just got to be mindful of where your hands are at the time, because anything like that's a big play could be a drive killer when it comes back after you scored a touchdown.
I don't recall a lot of penalties by Coweta. I mentioned they're a very well-disciplined team, and that's just week in, week out that it seems like with Coach Harper, and they don't draw a lot of penalties, and that's, again, they don't get set back, so they're starting ahead of the sticks instead of behind because of penalties. So Coweta's going to be a well-disciplined team in the second half. That's just what you can expect from them, so you need to make sure that you match them and don't give them yards where you normally wouldn't have it. Let's look at the scoring plays from the first half. It started off with a punt and then a turnover on downs, and you thought, well, this is going to be a defensive game. We have had one stop since. It has been a 15-yard touchdown pass from Les Now to Malachi Rice, a 2-yard touchdown run by Ian Williams. Then we had a 16-yard strike from Les Now to Rice. Then we had a 3-and-out by the Tigers. Buffaloes respond with an 11-yard touchdown run by Jordan Clark after what was a 40-yard trick play by the Buffaloes to get to the 11 on 4th and 13 late in the first half. Then a 68-yard touchdown run on the very first play from scrimmage, the very next drive by Lolo Bell. And then McAlester starting the drive at their own 28-yard line. A 41-yard strike from Les Now to Jackson Lauerman led the way for a career-high 49-yard field goal by Trenton Greer. But this game has had a little bit of everything. It's been fun to watch so far, and it seems like every year it's fun to watch a little bit, save last year. Last year never happened, right? No. But no, the Buffaloes are leading right now 24-14. Let's go ahead and look at our difference maker real quick. For you, Phillip, who do you think your difference maker is? There's a ton of people that you can pick.
Yeah, there's a plethora, but I think one of the main answers right here is going to be Caden Lesnow. He has made lemons with a bunch of rotten lemonade. Missed blocking assignments, balls rolling on the ground, and he's able to pick the ball up and do something with it. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go Caden Lesnow, because if it wasn't for him right now, who knows where the Buffaloes would be.
For me, it's going to go to Malachi Rice. He's been the definition of a difference maker tonight, because we were mentioning during the broadcast in the first half, when you have a 6'6", 6'7", 225-pound guy that can jump up and get it, you see how much of a difference he makes on the basketball court in the winter. Of how there's so many plays you can just lob it to him, and he's going to take care of it because of his vertical on top of his height. He's letting it happen on the football field here tonight as well, with 2 touchdowns on only 2 catches on the entire season. What a great way to have your 2 first catches here of 2023. He's already matched his reception total from last year, but he's got 3 out of his last 4 catches have been touchdowns. Pretty solid there. All he does is score.
He's like that Randy Moss meme on Thanksgiving Day.
A little bit, right? We did have an injury that we noticed from the Coweta Tigers, as it was, again, Hayden Terry that went down in the last drive of the first half. They were working on his right ankle, and he did not put any weight as he was going over to the far sideline. He was a starting cornerback from last year as well, I believe. He had 4 picks last year. He had 2 interceptions in last week alone, so that might be a big blow for the Tigers. I hate to see it. We hope that he can come back in the game and not in the game here in the near future, because you don't want to see that happen to anybody. Also, something of note, I did have Ethan Watkins on the Coffee with the Coach last week. He is suited up tonight, but he has not played tonight so far for McAlester. Don't know if it's injury, don't know if he's dealing with something else, but again, that's something to keep an eye out as we go towards the second half as well. So we're going to take a break. We're going to be looking at some scores from around the district and around the area. When we return, you're listening to the Buffalo Halftime Show, brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. Layaway now for Christmas, and coming soon, Citizen Watches. Welcome back to the Buffalo Halftime Show, brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. They have free jewelry inspections and friendly service. At the score at the end of the first half for this game, the Buffaloes lead 24-14 over the Coweta Tigers. Now let's look at some scores from around the area and district with our scoreboard update, brought to you by a Little Cab of McAlester, open Monday through Sunday, 24 hours a day. When you need to be on time, call a Little Cab of McAlester every time, 918-470-2422. Phillip, it's all you.
You want to start off 5A3 or local?
Let's go 5A3.
So last update I had, the Dell City Eagles up on Sepulveda, 12-0. 12-0. I don't know where I got 28 from.
Where was your last, where were they at?
They were in the second quarter. And that was the last update I got. I saw the Glenpool Warriors 36, the Memorial Chargers 20 in the second quarter. And the Lions of Durant up 27-6 on the East Central Cardinals. Last night, the Quinn Savages picked up that win against Midway, 54-8. And tonight, we have the Liberty Tigers up 42-0 on Savannah at the half. The Razorbacks are up 53-0 on the Cougars in the second quarter.
Hate to see those scores.
And just like I mentioned, my gut was telling me not to go with Hartshorn. I went with Stroud. They're up 27-8 in the second quarter.
Yeah, I was hoping.
Yeah, I was hoping too, but just something told me, I had to go with my gut. The Ironheads, they just keep the Iron Fists up. They're up 41-0 on the Diggers at the half. Shocking, surprise, surprise.
That is shocking.
Out of Hugo, Oklahoma, the Buffaloes are up 14-0 on the Bearcats as we speak.
Wow.
And the Holdenville Wolverines up 14-6 on the Wampus Cats in the second quarter.
There is your scoreboard update. Again, the score here in McAlester, Oklahoma, Buffaloes 24, Tigers 14. Stats and keys to the second half coming up next. This is the Buffalo Halftime Show, brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, where they have ring sizing and chain repair and a large selection to choose from. Welcome back to the Buffalo Halftime Show, brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. They have free jewelry inspections, and they have the jewelry you need for every occasion. Again, the Buffaloes lead 24-14 at the end of the first half. We do have stats from the main man himself, Stats Larry Barnett, best in the business. Who do we want to start with, gentlemen, the away team or the home team?
Let's start with the away. All
right, so let's start off with the Coweta Tigers. In the rushing attack, it's been Lolo Bell that has been the primary source of income there. He's got 10 carries for 105 yards, and 68 of those 105 are coming from one run. He's also got a touchdown. That was on that 68-yard run. Also, number 14, Noah Cooper, who is the quarterback, has 3 carries for 6 yards. Ian Williams, 1 carry for 2 yards, has also a touchdown run. And Brock Heilman has 1 carry for 2 yards. Cooper tonight has been efficient, but there have been a lot of short passes. He is 6 for 7 for 45 yards. His receivers have been number 20, Brock Heilman. He's had 3 catches for 31 yards. Matthew Saxberry has had 2 catches for 8. And number 88, which would be Andrew Chavez, the East Central transfer, he has a grab for 6 yards. And actually, number 2, it's not 20, it's number 2. He scribbled that out there. That's Kevon Robinson, who's got 3 catches for 31 yards. At the first half, Tigers with 115 rushing yards on 15 attempts, 45 passing yards on 7 attempts. They have 160 first half yards, 7.6 yards a rush, 6.4 yards a pass, 7.3 yards a play. Pretty efficient again there for the Coweta Tigers. McAlester looking to fix that going into the second half. Speaking of the Buffaloes, this is what they look like so far in the first half. A lot of different people have touched the rock. Jordan Clark has 4 carries for 16 yards and a touchdown. Caden Lesnow has 8 carries for 81 yards. You also have Stephen Gregg with 3 carries for 10 yards. Number 5, which is Braden Bumpus, he had 1 carry for 1 yard. Drayton Pouncil, 1 carry for 1 yard. Bumpus actually has 2 carries. He has 2 carries for 36 yards because, again, that one fumble-Ruski type play that they had, he ended up getting the first down on it. Lesnow has thrown more in the first half than he has in a long time, and if he continues what he did in the first half into the second, he will have a new career high. He is 1, 2, 3. Let's see. I'm doing math here.
I think he missed 5, so 12 of 17.
So 12 of 17 for 162 yards for Lesnow. 2 touchdown throws, both to Malachi Rice. Those throws have equaled to, let me see here, 31 yards for Rice and 2 touchdowns. Cleveland Williamson has had 1 catch for 2 yards. Jackson Lauerman, 3 catches for 68 yards. Jordan Clark, a grab for a negative 5 yards. We have had Bumpus with a catch for 4 yards. Carter Lance, 2 catches for 39 yards, and Eli Chapman, a catch for 23 yards. The Buffaloes have had 5 penalties tonight for a total of 20, 25, 30 yards. Looking at the Coweta Tigers, they had only 2 penalties for 10 yards. McAllister's offense, I mean, they have dominated the yards category. They've nearly doubled the Coweta Tigers. They have 144 rushing yards on 18 attempts, 162 passing yards on 17 attempts, 306 total yards on 35 plays. They're averaging 9.5 yards a pass. Let's look at the run real quick. 144, divided by 18. They're averaging about 8 yards a rush. So Buffalo's doing a pretty fine job there as well. So it's been 2 offenses really going at each other, which is something we didn't fully expect because we know that both of our defenses are pretty solid. So as we look at keys of the second half, Phillip, what are you looking at?
Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. Stay physical, make them uncomfortable, and then offensively, you just keep the ball rolling. Like we said, keep the ball up on the snaps. Run the oop-de-oop to the big man a little bit more. For those of you that have seen Varsity Blues, you know what we're talking about. You line them up 4 receivers on the right, on one side, 1-on-1 on the back side, and you burn them 1-on-1, and that's what the Buffaloes have done twice. And just kind of keep them guessing on what you're going to do. And you got 24 minutes, and you bear down these next 24 minutes, put yourself right back there in that district title hunt because you can't control anything but what's in front of you. But if you take care of your business somewhere else will shake out the way it's supposed to be, and you can find yourself either 1 or 2 right back in that district title.
Nate, Coweta went straight to the locker room as soon as the buzzer hit 0. McAlester stuck around a little bit over on the near side. What's the vibe as now both teams come out of the locker room for the Buffaloes?
Well, it looks like McAlester is really focused here in the second half, especially after that long 45-yard field
49.
goal.
49. Don't
49.
sell him short, Nate.
I was thinking you said 45 earlier.
No, 49er.
My bad on that. But, yeah, it looks like they're focused, but they are hyped up for the second half to really what should be a 3-score lead for them right now.
Again, it's a 2-score lead for them, 24-14. We have about 2 minutes until the beginning of the second half. This has been the Buffalo Halftime Show brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. Again, quality-made jewelry and friendly service. We're going to go back to regular commercials as we get ready for the second half here on KE.
KC Farm Machinery in McAlester reminds you mowing season ain't over yet. And right now is the time to get a great deal on a new Gravely Commercial Zero-Turn Mower. We carry Gravely Zero-Turn models anywhere from 42 inches up to a 72-inch cut. The 2024s are coming soon, and now is the time to take advantage of the discounts available on all Gravely Zero-Turn models. Your local independent Gravely dealer in McAlester is KC Farm Machinery, right next to the McAlester Union Stockyards.
Get ready for a winning combination this football season. Just as your team brings the heat on the field, our HVAC experts bring you unbeatable comfort at home. Touchdown with us for reliable HVAC solutions. Score big with our exclusive installation offer using keyword football. Call now and let us keep you in the game. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare at 918-424-7135. We are licensed, bonded, and insured.
At Compass Capital Management, our unique process, the Life Plan Solution, will be the guide to you reaching your retirement goals and realizing your dreams. Go to compasscapitalmgt.com. Registered principal securities offered through Cambridge Investment Research Incorporated, a broker-dealer, member FINRA, SIPC. Jimmy J. Williams is an investment advisor representative of Compass Capital Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cambridge and Compass Capital Management, LLC are not affiliated. 321 South 3rd, Suite 4, McAlester, Oklahoma, 74501.
For a clean, comfortable room at a great price, it's Best Western Inn and American Lodge and Suites in McAlester, both locally owned and operated. Best Western Inn and American are proud sponsors of the 2023 football season. Wishing the best of luck to all the players and coaches. Remember, when you need a clean, comfortable room at a great price, think Best Western Inn and American Lodge and Suites, both located on the 69 bypass in McAlester.
Big 5A3 district matchup here in McAlester. Buffaloes facing off with the Tigers for the first time in McAlester since 2020. Last 2 years they've been in Coweta. Neither team has won 2 in a row against the other since 2018-2019 when the Buffaloes did it. And McAlester trying to prevent the Tigers from winning 2 straight as they won last year's. The Buffaloes said this is our house. They responded well in the first half. Can they do it again in the second half? We're about to have kickoff, brought to you by Jet Tire Service for great deals on Michelin, Uniroyal, Kinda, and Cooper tires for your car, truck, or SUV. That is Jet Tire Service in McAlester, serving Southeast Oklahoma since 1962. Don't fret, jettire.net. So again, McAlester leading by 10, 24-14. They have actually been a second-half team so far this year. In the first half, they are outscoring opponents 27-20 in the first quarter, being outscored in the second quarter 44-38. But in the third quarter, this is where they have won their games when they've won. 34-14, they're leading in the third quarter. Fourth quarter, they lead that by 10, 37-27, hoping to be, once again, a strong second-half team. They got to keep that focus, though. You mentioned that, Phillip. And we will see if they can do so once again as we will line the ball up at the 40-yard line for Trenton Greer, who got to show off the right leg a little bit with the 49-yard field goal. You don't see a lot of high school players hit 49-yard field goals. And Coach Lee Keith is what we're talking about here. He was talking about how good he was in practices last week. Coach Mazey put his faith in Greer, and he returned the favor. Also, the special teams, Johnny Skimbo and Zach Ball, assistant special teams, like what they saw from Greer there as well. So he will kick it away. It's going to be another pooch kick line drive, this one. It's going to be taken at the 26-yard line and working it left. And being tackled straight, and now getting out of the tackle and being clobbered at the 32-yard line. Coming up with the hit, I see Pfeiffer Mitchell. The first person that was there, I couldn't get who that was. It might have been Pemberton, or it could have also been number 33 there. There's a lot of different Buffaloes in the area, but Pfeiffer Mitchell laid the boom. That was the final hit. I think Zane Owens or even Mason Skimbo might have had the first hit, but this ball's going to be put at the 32-yard line. Moving left to right are the Tigers. 11:53 remaining in the third quarters. We're just now getting started in the second half. Buffaloes lead 24-14. And the Tigers moving it left to right. They're going to load up the line on both sides. 2 running backs in the backfield. Here's the snap. Handoff right up the gut. And meeting a brick wall and being tackled down at the 30 for a loss is the Tiger. On the carry was number 20, Brock Heilman. I think on the tackle once again was Pfeiffer Mitchell.
Buffalo defense, they went head up, got on them guards, and was able to shed them, let them linebackers eat, great play there defensively.
Trying to spread out Lolo Bell, trying to get the corner, and he does so, and he breaks loose down the far sideline. He's got breakaway speed, and he'll be tackled. Another saving tackle was number 4, Carter Lance. A flag thrown in late down the far sideline around the 31. It is after the play. We're going to see if it's going to be on the Buffs or on the Tigers. It is a face mask on McAlester, so tackle on 15 yards to the end of the run. And Caden Lesnow is going to come in to, I believe, relieve. That is Lance. And Bell has now run for nearly 150 yards on just 11 carries. You got to be able to block off the sidelines.
Yeah.
You got to be able to catch him before he can get to the corner.
Yeah, they're going to try to sell that edge, and it's exactly what they wanted to do. Use Bell's speed into that flats, got to the sideline. You just got to be able to work that way back in, get off them blocks at the cornerback position.
Put it at the 20-yard line, already into the red zone on 1 carry. They're going to hand it back off over to Heilman. Heilman cutting it back left. Explosive run, but only getting 5 yards up to the 15. Hillman.
He's down to the 15.
Also, partner, you gave up a 15-yard personal foul face mask. You got to be really mindful of where your hands are because this is a 10-point game, but you allowed them 15 more yards into the red zone, and they could make it a 3-point ball game right here.
I don't see Bell on the field as of right now. The running backs now are Ian Williams and, again, Hillman. Both sides of Noah Cooper. Cooper with the snap, hands it off. Again, left side, Hillman, upended. Depending on where they spot him down at, it's near the first down marker. Another gain of about 4 or 5, and the wind is starting to pick up again.
Yes, it is.
Wind is blowing towards the south.
They pick up a hard 5 yards. It's
3rd and 1.
They're not going to give him a first down. It's going to make it 3rd and inches.
Cooper, snap, same play, handoff Hillman. This time he's got another gap, and he's going to be knocked sideways at the 5-yard line. So he's been gaining 5 yards after 5 yards after 5 yards. They've been working quickly. In less than 2 minutes, they have a chance to score here. That's the same play 3 separate times. They've run that play 4 times on this drive. 4 out of the 5 plays they've had on this drive have been that one handoff to Hillman at the same gap. I think they found something that they liked at halftime, and they're trying to exploit it.
That's exactly what they're trying to do.
1st and goal from the 5. Cooper will try to do it again. This time handing off to Hillman. Hillman this time can't get anything. Maybe even a loss of 1. Carter Lance coming in on the tackle. I see Will Spears coming up from the pile.
Number 4, Carter Lance.
So that is a gain of 0. No gain on the carry. They're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and goal from the 5. Also, to keep this in mind, Lolo Bell has not come back onto the field after that long run. He might just be getting a breather here because he is playing on both offense and defense here in this game. Cooper calling out the plays. 12 to snap it. 2nd and goal from the 5. Keeper throwing over the middle. Open touchdown. Got a break on it, and they ended up getting it to Kevon Robinson. And the Tigers score lickety-split. Less than 3 minutes, making it a 24-20 game. Right down the field. Heavily assisted by Lolo Bell's big run on 2nd down. On for the PAT. Here's the snap. Kick is up. The Buffs are really close to blocking that. But it comes up through the uprights. 24-21. Buffaloes lead by 3. 9:08 left to go in the 3rd quarter here on.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
Type really, really fast while bucking the cat with your other hand.
What are you doing?
And done. Vault secure.
Vault?
In the month of October, when customers test drive a vehicle, they get to create a code to try to crack the vault and win $44,000.
That's $1,000 for every year we've been in business.
That's a great way to celebrate Fenton Nissan's 44th anniversary.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Learn more at fentonnissan.com.
Buffaloes on top 24-21. Landon Stevens kicking this one away into the wind. Buffaloes have had a hard time returning kicks so far today. They're going to take it to the near side. Trying to get the corner to the 15-yard line to the 20, down the near sideline, and he's tripped up. Who's that returning that? Was that Washington Maisie again? Looked like it.
So it looked like.
And he got out to about the 30. So that's where McAllister's going to start this drive at the 30-yard line. Phillip, we had a drive summary for the Tigers. Another big gain led to a touchdown.
That was an 8-play, 68-yard touchdown drive that spanned 2 minutes, 45 seconds. Capped off with that 5-yard touchdown pass from Cooper to Robinson. The point after was good. That's your drive summary, brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They're a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes.
So it's first down and 10 for McAlester from their own 29. Jordan Clark on the right side of Les now, 2 receivers each side. 9 minutes left in the third quarter. Buffaloes leading 24-21. This is a much different game than has been the last 2 years between the Buffaloes and the Tigers. 2 years, 2 blowouts. Buffaloes won 33-2 2 years ago. McAlester lost 49-0 last year. Here's a screen pass near side caught by Chapman, and he's going to bully his way for a gain of 7 or 8.
That was Bumpus who picks up the 8-yard double
thank you.
screen.
That's Bumpus. I saw Bumpus and both Chapman on the same side. That's Bumpus that carries it out to the they're going to give him 9 out to the 38-yard line. Second down and 1 coming up.
Eli Chapman had a physical block at that receiver position. Was able to pick it up. He slid right behind him. And then about a 5-yard pickup is where Bump was met, and he just used his strength and picked it up.
Handoff, Jordan Clark up the middle, upended. Good tackle. Right to the legs, and we have a Tiger that's slow to get up. I think he's the one that made the tackle. And I think it's your middle linebacker, Luke Maladon. And the Tigers are calling for personnel to come over to talk to him and help him up. We're going to take a injury timeout. 8:14 remaining in the third quarter. Buffaloes lead 24-21 here on K.
What's better than watching football? Easy. Watching football in a brand new recliner. The Fall Into Savings Sale is underway at Vickers Furniture. Right now, a Lazy Boy recliner starts at just $3.99. New inventory is arriving, so we're making room by cutting our prices store-wide. Vickers Furniture offers 0% financing for up to 36 months for qualified customers. Vickers Furniture, 215 South 2nd, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
So, good news there. Luke Maladon got up and walked himself off the field to the far side. Again, might have got his bell rung a little bit there on that violent tackle to Jordan Clark. No gain on the carry by Clark. It's third down and 1. Buff's got to get to the 39. Clark remains the running back, I believe, right side of Les now. Snap, rolling out right. Les now looking downfield, needs a yard, cuts it up. Tries to get outside. He's pushed near the first down marker. I think he should have it. Les now thinks he has it. He signals first down right in front of the Coweta fans.
Oh, that is not a generous spot.
Oh,
folks.
they're going to give him they're going to say he stepped out of bounds before he got to the marker. 4th down and inches. Buffaloes don't like the spot. I think if anyone there, I think Les now might know if he had it, if he's being pushed out of bounds.
Yeah.
But either way, I think the Buffaloes are going for it here. From their own 38.5. They got 10 to snap, but they're still in the huddle. They break the huddle. They're going to go under center. Here we go, 4th and inches. They're going to call timeout. 2 seconds, 1 timeout. 8 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Buffaloes lead 24-21. 4th and inches coming up here.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs, and was locally owned. Because I'm all about keeping my money in our town, I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
So ball at the 38.5 on McAlester side of the 50. 4th down and about 1. They're going to say Lesnow did not get the first down the last time. They're still going to go for it. Running under center will be the Buffaloes. They need half a yard. The snap, right side. Lesnow takes a hit, but he stays on his feet. He's spun near the line. I think from the spin, it looked like he might have had it. Coweta does not think that they did get there. That's over near their side.
Buffaloes are sending. They got it.
Buffaloes got the first down. Official signal first down. The Tigers did not think that he got to where he needed to get to, which was the 39. But that spin was able to be enough for Lesnow to keep this drive moving.
Every member of the Tiger team said he was short, and every member of the Buffalo offense was jumping up and down, first down. And before the call was even made, the Buffalo offense was already going back out on the field.
Ball at the 39. 2 receivers each side. Here's a snap. Rolling out left is Lesnow. Looking downfield, no one's open. Now tries to throw it against his body, one-on-one for Bumpus. Bumpus tried going for the one-handed grab, and there's going to be, oh no, Bumpus is hurt. Bumpus is holding his right leg, and they're hoping that it's just a cramp, and they're trying to stretch him out right away. But the flag was thrown at the 30-yard line. As soon as he came down, he was holding his right leg.
Sideline, it looks like a leg cramp.
Thank you. Bumpus says it feels worse than the leg cramp right now. The flag looks like it's pass interference on the defense.
Pass interference against the Tigers.
So that'll give the Buffaloes a first down, brought to you by Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties. When you're looking to sell your ranch, timber, recreational land, or rural home, call 918-284-1233. I think someone responded to the video that Trent Borland put out of the 49-yard field goal. I don't know if this is what he means by it, but he says, "Are you lost?" You take for when you total how long a field goal is, you look from the 32 and you add or whatever yard they're at, and you add 17 yards. 7 for where the ball's going to be placed when you kick it, and then the extra 10 yards that are through the end zone. So yes, that is a 49-yarder. So if you are ever wanting to calculate the distance of a field goal, add 17 to whatever the yard line's at.
Bumpus is the McAlester player.
So Bumpus will get off the field towards the near sideline. Looks like it might just be a cramp, as it looks like he's going to be okay, but he still needs a little bit of help. He's not putting any weight on it. I thought it looked a lot worse from
I did too.
When he went down. Thought he might have landed on it wrong. 2 receivers each side. The ball moves to the 45-yard line of Coweta. Pass far side, caught down the far sideline, and another great tackle by the Tigers, as there's a gain of 6. On the catch, Jackson Lauerman out to the 40.
Just stay in bounds and just bang it down and bang it all the way down there. Throw these little screen plays, let them hit you, but stay in bounds, because you know what that does? You're moving forward, and the clock's running. It's keeping Coweta with little time. Looks like Cleveland Williams about to come onto that far side.
McAlester late to get him in over there on the far side. Here's a snap, rolling out left. Lesnow throwing across his body. It's going to be tipped. Not making the catch, as it was a little bit off to the right. Hit the right hand of Kason Washington Mays, the intended receiver. Lauerman came off the field after that catch. He was kind of holding he's pointing towards his right shoulder. That's why Williamson came in, I think.
Hope that young man's okay, because he, unknown to us, last year he broke his collarbone against Del City. Running.
Might be his hand, too. He took off his glove, and he's looking over his left hand. That might be what it is. Over here on the near sideline. But right now, 3rd down and 4 coming up for the Buffs from the 40-yard line. 2 receivers left, H-back tight end right. Snap is low. Rolling out left, Lesnow. He's got some space if he wants to run it for the first. Throws it into coverage, and Malachi Rice comes up with an amazing grab down to the 25. He was covered by 2 different Tigers. Lesnow put it right where it needed to be, and a strong catch by Malachi Rice, who is just showing off right now.
Celebrating that commitment.
6:51 remaining in the 3rd quarter. That extends the drive for the Buffaloes down to the 25.
If there are any Washington State fans watching tonight, that's what you're getting next year, ladies and gentlemen.
Man in motion. Snap. Lesnow looking over the middle. Throws it into double coverage, but I think he realized his mistake late and decided to overthrow everybody. Smart play there by Lesnow. It makes it 2nd down and 10. Didn't try to throw it to where it could get picked off. By the way, we do have Betty tuning in from Seattle, Washington today. So got Seattle, Washington checking in here. Let us know where you're listening from. Buffalo Roll Call on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. We'll try to give you a shout out here tonight. 2nd down and 10 from the 25. Buffaloes once again threatening to score, trying to go back up 2 scores. Ball left hash. Les now, good snap. Under pressure already, goes right up the middle, and he can't get away from an ankle tackle. And Luke Maladon right back into the game. Good to see, though. He makes the tackle, finishing the job at the 25. No gain on the carry by Les now, and we have 3rd down and 10 coming up. We've been mentioning this. You don't want to get into a shootout with Coweta. Even though McAllister's been able to move the ball really well in this game, I don't think you can continue to do it for 4 straight quarters on the Tiger defense. It's not very easy to do.
And they're showing right here that it's not easy to do. They're making this Buffalo offense pay for everything that they've got so far.
That's been the entire game, too. 2 receivers each side. Clark on the right side of Les now. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Les now under pressure. Steps up in the pocket. He's tackled from behind by Deacon Peterson. And that'll be a gain of only about 2. So we have 4th down and 8. As Jordan Clark tried to do it again. He had a 49-yarder last time. This would be a 40.
They're bringing him out.
So here comes Trenton Greer on for a 40-yard attempt. Hit from 49 last time. This one's for 40. Again, before tonight, he had not hit anything over 38. Ball's going to be on the left hash. He's got the wind at his back, too. Trying to make this a 27-21 game. Here's the kick. It's on the way, and Trenton Greer through the uprights. Greer is money tonight, and the Buffaloes lead 27-21 with 5:24 left to go in the 3rd quarter. You're listening to McAlester Football on K.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checkings.
It's football season, and Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is ready to make you a deal. The new 23 Ram Crew Cab, Lone Star Bighorn, or the Laramie both offer $5,500 cash back or 2.9% financing for 72 months. And all Gladiators in stock are also 10% below MSRP. Here's a 23 Grand Cherokee. It offers up to $5,500 cash back. Go by Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram for details. On the 69 Bypass, McAlester.
McAlester Pepsi is family owned and operated for more than 80 years. We take great pride in what we do. McAlester Pepsi supports local athletes, schools, churches, and community events for generations. Our legacy continues with you. Whether we're talking about faith, family, friends, or football, we are honored to be your total beverage provider. From our family to yours, life is just better with Pepsi. Visit us at McAllisterPepsi.com.
He stopped Lola Bell in his tracks by grabbing his jersey from the shoulder pad area. That's down at the 29-yard line. That will be a loss of 5 to bring up 2nd down and 15.
Malachi Rice just straight sprint, bullies that left tackle, gets out there. While he was guarded, uses that long reach and grabbed a hold of that jersey.
He was following the block to Bell. Here's the snap. Cooper trying to go deep. One-on-one coverage down the far sideline. They connect. A catch down the far sideline for a big grab and go. Out to the Buffalo 42. And again, it's Kevon Robinson. beat Eli Chapman down the far sideline. And that instead of 2nd and 15, now we're 1st down and 10. And again, the Tigers will move the ball out to the 42, and you're looking at near 40-down territory around this area.
Right there, you're thinking, oh, they're going to probably run something to the boundary. He just runs a straight go, gets behind him.
Hand off to Hillman. Hillman, a lot of speed around the corner. We got a flag coming down, too, as Pemberton makes the tackle around the 33-yard line. Again, Laundry at the 41.
That was a hold. Bump was being held.
That'll be the first hold called on the day on the Coweta Tigers. They only had 2 penalties coming into this drive, and it was both procedural.
Yeah, Bump was doing everything he could. Finally, when he hit the ground, he just looked at the official, and he looked at the official and the coaching staff, had his hands up like, what else am I supposed to do? So that was just a mistake right there made by the Coweta offensive line. Zach Rogers now checks in.
By the way, Bumpus did come in for that last drive, so it is cramps that he's dealing with, and he comes back out off the field. Pemberton is on the field as well as, I think I saw Jordan Clark. We have Carter Lance playing safety, and Brandon Smith over at the other cornerback spot, lined up opposite of Kevon Robinson. Keep that in mind here on this 1st down and long. Snap, going to try to do it again down the far sideline. This time is well guarded. Cooper will try to run it. Far side to the 45 and then knocked out of bounds. Hard hit. Back to the original line of scrimmage. That'll be around a 2nd and close to 10.
At the 49-yard line.
Going to give him a gain of 8, so it'll be 2nd down and 12. So they get back into McAlester territory to the 44-yard line. Clock stops with 4:14 left in the 3rd, and a 27-21 game for the Buffs. And look at Brandon Smith. Comes straight into the game, step for step with Kevon Robinson, freshman going against the senior.
That's what you want to ask. Like if you're this coaching staff, that's what you want to ask for from these young Buffaloes. Is if we put you in, how can we trust you? And Brandon Smith's showing it right there.
Snap, handoff, Hillman. Hillman, again, burst of speed up to the 40-yard line. They'll bring up 3rd down and 8 as he gains 4.
He made a Buffalo miss in the backfield, just stuck his right foot in the dirt, switched all momentum to that left, kept the hips straight. This Coweta team, they're very good. They're very physical, athletic, and that right there by Hillman showed right there on that run.
Very elusive, and he's only a freshman. 5'10", 175. Buffaloes, we got to deal with him for a few years. You graduate Lolo Bell, and here comes Brock Hillman. 3rd down and 8. Snap. Faking the run, throws it off the near side on a pass to Lolo Bell. He gets past the 30-yard line for the 1st down. If he would have made the tackle, I even still think it would have been a 1st down as he broke it around the 31. They convert on 3rd down and 8. You want to be able to force the Tigers into these types of situations on those 3rd and longs, but McAlester having a hard time stopping them through the air when they do get to 3rd and longs. So that will move the chains again for the Tigers out to the 28. 3:31 as the clock stops as Bell was knocked out of bounds. The Buffs have not trailed in this game so far, but the Tigers are a touchdown and a PAT away from changing that. 2 receivers to the left, tight end right. They've been running with this 2 running back set, 2 explosive running backs on each side. Here's the snap. They're going to swing pass it out over to Hillman. Hillman catches it in space, and he breaks into the secondary out to the 20-yard line for a gain of about 8. 2nd down and 2 coming up. Right on the edge of the red zone.
1-yard line, 2nd down and 3.
Buffalo's right here. They're in a fight right now. Coweta, they're just doing everything they want. They got these two powerful, explosive backs, as you mentioning, Brandon, and they're just running straight flares off both sides with them.
Cooper, snap, handoff Bell, right up the gut, makes one man miss, and if he made another one, he would have been into the end zone. 1st down carry again for the Tigers into the red zone, down to the 13, 14-yard line. This is where McAlester needs to do what Coweta's been able to do the last 2 drives, stop them in the red zone, which they have not been able to do twice out of their 3 touchdown scores tonight. They've just been methodically going down the field, using a big play to their advantage to lead to clock-burning plays. Again, Bell to the right, Hillman to the left. It's really a guessing game who it might go to, and then all of a sudden they pop off a pass. Cooper hands off to Hillman. Hillman right into the heart of the Buffaloes defense. Gain of only 1 that time. Will bring up 2nd down and 9.
Just got to keep going at it. Keep mindful though. They just handed it off to Hillman. They handed it off to Hillman there. Buffaloes might be thinking, oh, they're about to run it again. You got to watch Lolo Bell coming out of the backfield right here. Also, watch them screen plays to the top as they're looking like they're going to go 2 receivers right there in the flat.
Or even pulling it and going over the middle. That's how they scored the touchdown to Robinson on their last touchdown. 2 minutes left in the third. Buffs up by 6. He's in the slot, Robinson. Tight end moves from the right to the left with 5 to snap it. There's the snap. Handoff, Hillman again, right side. Again, the Buffaloes read it well. Tackle him down close to the 11. Still only a gain of a couple of yards, so I'll bring up 3rd down and 7. Now, the Tigers do have a kicker that can hit them just like Greer's been able to do, Landon Stevens. He did hit a 24-yard field goal last week from this area, which would be the 10-yard line. That's a 27-yarder. So 3rd and 7, Buffalo's trying to limit the damage here. Here's the snap. Passing, looking to pass, now under pressure, and it's Malachi Rice with the sack back to the 15. You can't get out of the grasp of number 1. And that knocks him back all the way to the 15-yard line, and that will make this field goal attempt a little bit tougher. The Buffaloes have been really close to being able to get a couple of blocked PATs. This one will be an attempt of 32. Landon Stevens favoring left hash. Here's the kick. It's low and it's blocked. Field goal is blocked. Coming around the edge was Carter Lance with the block. And the Buffaloes hold here with 38 seconds left to go in the third quarter. What did I say? Lance was really close on all 3 PAT attempts. That time, he got a little piece of it. Line drive kick after the tip from Lance. And the Buffaloes have a chance to go up 2 scores if they can put up any points on the board here.
And where are they going to place the ball? Because the dial marker has not moved. Is it the 9 or the 10?
Putting him over at the 9 right now. And since it was blocked and not missed, that's why it doesn't go back to the 25, since it was blocked.
And it was returnable because it was blocked as well.
So at the 9-yard line, another long field in front of the Buffaloes. 38 seconds left in the third. Les now trying to go with a hard count. Tigers not biting. Again, I'm telling you, they're a very disciplined team, and you're not going to be able to get a lot of flags on the orange and black. Right side of Les now is Clark. Here's the snap. Handoff, Clark, left side. Breaks 1 tackle, but can't get around a waist tackle. There's going to be a loss on the play of about a yard. 2nd down and 11 coming up. Buffaloes do not have to snap it if they don't want to. They can take this into the 4th. That is the only thing that's concerned me going forward with the Buffaloes in the second half against the Tigers. McAlester has not been able to really truly establish the run game with their running backs. Tigers have been able to have success in both the pass and the run, but still, it's the Buffaloes with a 6-point lead, 27-21. Going into the 4th quarter, put those 4s up in the air, Buff fans. We'll be back with 4th quarter coverage here on.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger can be unpleasant. You don't need any help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those pleasant meetings, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters, give them a call. They're expert craftsmen, specialists with over 50 years of experience in collision repair, utilizing only top quality parts and accessories. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma in McAlester.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wappler's Freedom Ford with some exciting news. We have purchased Eufaula Ford in the beautiful town of Eufaula. Now with 2 locations, we have a better selection of new vehicles in stock and coming in, plus more pre-owned and service, all to better serve you. We are so thankful for this opportunity and hope you'll join us at Sam Wappler's Freedom Ford of McAlester and Eufaula. Come on in and let us make it happen for you.
Here we go for the 50-50 raffle. $192.50 at.
We're about to begin the 4th quarter in this big-time 5A3 district matchup, but it's been all that you can ask for and more. 27-21, the Buffaloes lead the Coweta Tigers thanks to a blocked kick from Carter Lance. The McAlester Buffaloes are still up by 6. But they are facing right now a 2nd down and 11 from their own 8-yard line. And it's Clark on the left side of Les now. Which I think that might be Stephen Gregg. We'll see in a second. Here's the snap. It's low. It's bobbled. And immediately the Tigers are there. They almost were able to retrieve a fumbled snap. He'll be down at the 4-yard line as the Buffaloes jump back on it. Low snaps have been a problem all game for McAlester. That's really the first time that the Buffs have lost yards on it.
Yeah, the Coweta Tigers, they just read that one perfectly. They seen the ball on the dirt. They tried to go with a handoff, but snap was low, hit the ground. Luckily, though, Clark was able to lay down immediately, and Les now laid down. No damage was done besides a 5-yard loss.
And now it's 3rd down and forever. 3 to snap it, too. Les now standing in his own end zone, grabs it, rolls out right, in trouble, looks downfield, tosses downfield, has a man, it's caught, and he gets licked at the 24-yard line. Did the ball come loose? I think the official's coming over here to the near side.
There's no sign for
no sign for a catch yet.
The Buffalo
Tigers thought that they knocked it loose.
The coaching staff from McAlester was saying he was in.
Buffaloes are moving this way. And based on Lesnow's body language, I don't know if this is going to be a catch. But we are having a discussion here along the near sideline. We have a flag. Roughing the passer. And we have a Tiger that's down too. Ian Williams is down. Around the 21-yard line, he gets up. That's now 2 players in the secondary. 2 starters in the secondary that the Tigers are without right now. Again, Hayden Terry went down what looked like an ankle injury before the end of the first half.
And partner, that's a catch. That's 15 yards added on to the catch.
What a catch. Carter Lance on that one, right?
That was Carter Lance.
Yeah, he held on to it after a lick, man, at the 24-yard line. He got punished. But also, what a throw by Caden Lesnow. Hey, number 2 has balled out today. He has had a heck of a game trying to continue it and trying to put McAlester into the win column as they lead 27-21 over the Tigers with 11:03 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Actually, was it Jackson Lowerman? So it was not Carter Lance. Jackson Lowerman. He's the one that took the hit. I apologize, Jackson. Great catch, man.
Great catch. I mean, great posture. He kept a foot in, maybe even 2 feet. All you need in high school is 2. You only need 1 on Sunday, but it doesn't matter. He was able to keep the composure.
Need 2 on Sunday, 1 on Saturday.
Yeah, you had it backwards there.
Oh, my bad.
But I couldn't tell it was Lowerman because he was right in front of the players, and so I didn't even know he was down for the longest time.
Yeah, it was. He took a very vicious hit. Tigers thought they jarred the ball loose, but apparently they didn't. He held on to it. Great play. That kid is so tough.
They convert on 3rd and 15 from their own 4. That might be a play to come back to. Snap, handoff. Nope. Play action, pass out near side, caught by Williamson. Around 1 man, and he gets out to the 48. Depending on where he went out of bounds, it looks like it's a gain of 9. Brings him 2nd down and 1. Williamson had 3 catches coming into tonight's game for 55 yards. He has had 2 catches today. Now for about 11 yards.
Buffaloes, they just went with that hot route right there in the boundary. Got the receiver blocking downfield.
Huge drive here from McAlester. With the way Coweta's been moving the ball, if you can get a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter, that could do wonders. 2nd down and 1. H-back tied in left. Man moves in motion. That's Jacobson out to the right side. Snap. Handoff. Clark, 1st down, and maybe. Depending on where the ball's at, it looks like it's right at the 49. Got to give a lot of credit, man, to the Tigers. Their defense coordinator, Joe McHenry. They know how to tackle.
They're extremely violent. They're physical. They love contact.
It is a 1st down as Clark got the yard of gain.
You know, and it seems like these smaller 5A, 4A teams like Wagner, Coweta, Ada, they just love violence and love to tackle.
Well, they know where to tackle, too. I'll expand on that. Well, here, all their tackles have been low.
Yep.
They're not trying to tackle up high where you can shed off tackles. You're not really going anywhere once you make contact. One to snap it, they get it. Hand it off over to Greg. Greg trying to get around the corner. Again, going right at the legs. Good tackle on the outside corner. That time by number 23, Alex Scarborough. They're going to say 1 yard gain out to the 50.
Eli Chapman just came in. Bumpus coming in. Malachi comes out. Malachi, he actually sealed that edge off and mauled that defensive end on the right here on this near side, which allowed Stephen Gregg to get to the 50-yard line, even though it was only a 1 yard pickup. He just couldn't get past the cornerback.
Buffaloes have tried to go with a hard count multiple times tonight, and again, the Tigers just not biting. 2 receivers each side. Snap. Hand off. Looks like it's going to be Gregg again. Gregg can't get around a tackle. Once again, number 24. This time it's Taylor Sowers. That's going to be a big loss. Out to the 45-yard line. That's a loss of 5.
And again,
brings it 3rd and 14.
And again, Beach, where was his hands? Where was his arms?
Waist or below?
Right at the waist. Grabbed that waist, slid into them quads, and was able to hunker down and suction cup like a viper. And that's exactly what you want to do when you want to try to tackle elusive backs such as Gregg and Clark and these guys. Tackle them low, grab them legs. They can't move.
Coweta's putting on a master class on how to tackle. They're teaching lessons here. Buffs break the huddle with 5 to snap at 3, 2, 1. They're going to have to burn a timeout. They have 1 more left. 8:51 remaining in the game. 3rd and 14 coming up for the Buffs, leading 27-21 over Coweta on K.
Vickers Power Sports reminds you that hunting season is not far off. And right now at Vickers Power Sports, you can get in a brand new Can-Am Defender at fall discount pricing. Vickers has every style and color of Can-Am Defender you can think of. Not only that, they also have every hunting accessory you can think of. Drop by Vickers Power Sports today at 1904 South Main in McAlester, or go to vickerspowersports.com, or call us at 918-423-3306.
This has been a fantastic game between two teams here in 5A3 that are trying to fight for the top half of the standings. Right now, as it stands, Coweta at 2nd, McAlester at 4th. Again, that 4th is the cutoff mark for the playoffs. Again, we still have plenty of games here in October, but as we said in the Scene Setter, this is the month that separates the men from the boys. McAlester has led 27-21. They do lead right now. They've led the entire game trying to keep it that way. What do we have here on 3rd and 14? Men out in motion. Here's the snap. Design quarterback run. Tigers get blocked. Les now trying to get the corner and delivers a mean stiff arm, but still no gain really on the carry, just a gain of 2. And the Buffs are going to have to punt this one away. Unless they're feeling that dangerous, which, I don't know, maybe they are. But since Les now ran out of bounds, the clock stops with 8:44. So he'll have to punt it away. This will be the first time, rather second time tonight that the Buffaloes have punted. They went 3 and out in their opening drive and have not had to, actually have not been stopped since. This is the first time they've been stopped since the opening drive.
Remember, there was a fake punt in the first half.
Here's the snap. Les now will punt it away. It's a short one, bounces at the 30, takes a Coweta bounce, and Jacobson snags it around the 34. Not a very great punt there. An uncharacteristic punt for Les now. Averaging about 35 yards a punt. That one went about 17 yards.
I will say he was kicking into a pretty strong wind down
That's
here.
true. Thank you, Nate. Nate on the scene.
Doing my best.
So the Buffaloes can't score on that drive. We haven't had a stop since the 6:47 mark before the blocked field goal. And now we've had 2 consecutive stops. So all of a sudden this is becoming a defensive game. Buffalo's hoping to keep it that way.
Just got to get physical right here.
Snap handoff Hillman. Hillman breaks through again, but this time not as big of a gain as what he's been used to. He's still around 5 yards a carry. on by himself. That'll bring up 2nd down and 6 as he gets to the 39.
Difference right now in tackling with the Buffaloes and the Tigers. Hillman was actually initiated the contact around the chest area, around the belly, where the Tigers have been hitting everything waist and below. That's one reason why the Tigers are being able to pick up more yardage than the Buffaloes per carry so far.
Tackling hasn't been as good as you want it to be on the Buffaloes defensive side, but still been able to hold them to 21 so far. Handoff Hillman again, straight up the gut. He's met after a gain of about 4 and then pushed sideways. We have 3rd down and short coming up, 3rd and 2. Tigers have all 3 timeouts, McAlester with only 1. It was the Tigers that burned 2 timeouts in the first quarter and only had 1 to play with the rest of the half. Now McAlester burned the first 2 timeouts, and they only have 1 to play with the rest of the game. Actually, it's going to be 3rd and 3, actually.
Big 3rd down right here for the Buffaloes.
2 receivers right. Snap, they're going to try to pass it out of the far side, caught by Bell. Bell trying to get the corner, he got the 1st down.
Swing pass to Bell, he's out of bounds.
Needed 3, got 4, out to the 46.
Just past the
so that'll move the chains.
At the 46-yard line. 1st down, Tigers.
But it'll also stop the clock with 7:19 left in the game.
Again, right there, the Tigers, they just flared both backs out of the backfield. Cooper just looks, finds Bell. Good play there.
Handoff Bell, dancing around the backfield, and somehow finds daylight to be able to dance his way across the 50-yard line to the 49.
He stopped at the 49-yard line.
Every carry has been for about 4 or 5 yards by the Tigers. They have not really been stopped at the line of scrimmage. But it's also, that's what you're going to kind of get here when you're running 2 backs on every single play. Well, this is the first time that they haven't run the 2-back set in a long time. Hillman's going to go out to be a receiver in the slot, trips right, moving tight end right. Snap, handoff, Hillman. That time the Buffaloes do read it right at the 50, loss of 1. Well, probably should be. I don't think he ever got back to the line of scrimmage.
He did not get to the line of scrimmage, but okay.
They'll give him the line of scrimmage, so that'll be a, again, gain of 0, 3rd down and 6 upcoming.
The Tigers, let it mark at the 49 of the Buffaloes.
This right here, this is a big 3rd down for the Buffaloes. 6 minutes and 12 seconds is on the clock. That's all that's left in the game. You got to get a stop right here.
Coach Mays, we're running timeout. Someone wants a timeout over here in the near side. They don't call one. They might have saw something here. Cooper takes the ball, looking to pass, under pressure, throws down the middle. It's almost intercepted through the hands of Owen Russell, who nearly had a pick, and someone's trying to tell him, hey, good job. And he's like, no, man, I dropped the pick. So I'll bring up 4th down and 6, and the Tigers look like they're going to bring out the punt team. But again, this is around that area where you feel good about maybe going for it.
Yeah, right here. I mean, this is no man's land. They do got a good punter. They got the wind of their back. Can they pin McAlester deep? You don't know, but you don't want to fall for a fake.
And there's going to be a flag here.
Oh, it's offsides.
Oh, no.
And that's going to be 5 yards. It's still going to be 4th down, but it's going to be 4th and 1 and the chance for the Tigers to go for it. They were going to punt it away. There was someone coming in late also, and it led to, it shouldn't be a 1st down.
They are calling it a 1st down.
It was 4th and 6.
They had it at 4th. They have it 4th.
They had
and
the
5.
ball at the 44-yard line. The ball was, they're going to give him a 1st down.
They did. They just gave him a 1st down, saying that it was 4th and 5, and they got the 5 yards they needed.
They were going to punt it away, too. The drive stays alive. I thought that was a little bit further than 5 yards out, though, too. Cooper, snap, handoff. No, it's going to be a keeper by Cooper. He gets around a block. That might have been a flag there as he gets about a yard or 2. I couldn't tell if the block that Cooper needed to be able to get positive yards there was a hold, but he got around it. Tigers get to the 42-yard line.
It's a 2-yard pickup. 5.5 minutes now left. And you've got to keep them out of the end zone because a touchdown and a PAT will win the ball game right now for
if they
Coweta.
burn all that time off the clock.
Exactly.
But they have been running that timer down on the right hash.
They're back to that 2-back set.
That's what I don't know why they went away from it. Snap, passing, left side. Dropped and almost picked again. It was dropped. It was thrown a little bit behind the intended receiver. Again, a couple of Buffaloes in the area. Jordan Clark, one of them, and then we have 3rd down and 8 upcoming. Clock stops with 5:08 left. And if you thought they were in no man's land before, they're definitely in no man's land now for 4th down if they don't get it here.
Malachi Rice was in the backfield right over the outstretched hands of Malachi. Defensive backs there for the Buffalo just couldn't play the tip drill. It was thrown high and behind. They were just not looking for it.
3rd and 8 from the right hash. From the Buffalo 32, Cooper going to pass again. Jumps over the middle. This one is almost picked again. McAlester thinks they have it, but I think it's going to.
Bump said he did.
Coach Macy thinks he has it. Officials aren't going to give him the interception. I think it did hit the turf. But it's 4th down and 8 now. It's only 7 more yards further than where you were before, and it's 4th and 8 instead of 4th and 6. But I don't see their offense coming off the field.
They ain't coming off, ladies and gentlemen. They ain't moving. They're saying we're gambling. We're going to roll the dice. We're shooting a 7 or 11 right here.
4th and 8. There's the snap. Cooper fakes the pass right. Goes over the middle deep. It's high. It's caught. And he stays on his feet inside the 15. Tigers keep the drive alive. Into double coverage. Matthew Saxberry with the catch.
He threw that ball into no man's land. He went up, took major contact, tipped ball, and just was able to catch it, keep the composure.
He almost broke loose for a touchdown, too, after he was hit twice.
And the clock should be starting now that the chains had reset, right?
It should. They didn't start it. Here's the snap, handoff. Heelman gets back to the line of scrimmage and then an extra yard. 2nd down and 9 coming up. I think with how much time they burned off the clock here, I don't think that this is field goal territory at all, especially after the block field goal that the Buffaloes were able to have last time.
Exactly.
Because I don't know if – I mean, they have all 3 timeouts too, so they can
Yep.
If they don't get it here, they don't get a touchdown, they know they can stop the clock on the Buffs.
Exactly. They're going to gamble.
2nd down and a long 9 from in the red zone, 14-yard line. 2 receivers left now. Snap. Pass out near side, caught by Bell in the backfield. Bell trying to get the corner. He's surrounded by black jerseys and pushed out of bounds by Rice.
Bell with the reception on the
A whole herd of black jerseys just flying to the corner. And that's about a half a yard loss right there from the initial spot.
I don't think there's a gain on it. 3rd down and 9 coming up. And again, the clock stops with Bell getting pushed out of bounds.
3rd down and 9 right here. Buffalo subbing late. Brandon Smith comes off. It looks like Eli Chapman comes on to be the cornerback.
Hillman will come off the field now, too. So a 1-back set again. 2 tight ends on the line, 2 receivers right. Cooper with the ball, looking to pass right side, looks over the middle. No one's there. Now throws it late for Bell. Bell tackled by Pemberton at the 10. They'll bring up 4th down and about 5 coming up. And we have Bell that's slow to get up. And so is Pemberton. The 2 players involved with that play are both hurt right now, and we'll take an injury timeout. 3:53 remaining in the game. Buffalo's leading 27-21. There's a 4th down and 5 coming up for the Coweta Tigers. Well, Bell's already back up. They were calling for people to come look at him. Eli Pemberton is still down. We'll take a... I don't think we're going to go anywhere. I think Pemberton may be trying to get up. I don't want to send it to break and then there'll be a play happen in between. We'll take a 30-second at least and see where we're at here on K.
Integrity Portable Buildings and Steel Structures is your place to buy your next cabin, barn, shed, studio home, carport, RV cover, garage, playset, and more. They have many different displays on the lot, and you can rent to own and no credit checks. They're locally owned and operated and serve all of Southeast Oklahoma with integrity. Open 6 days a week at 1407 South Georgia 9 Expressway, next to the Stockyards in McAlester. Call them at 918-558-8205.
So, as soon as we were coming back from the injury timeout, there was a timeout called by Coweta, which is pretty interesting here. So, they're playing for the lead right here. That's what that tells me. Because if they don't get it here and the Buffaloes get the ball back around their own 9-yard line, they can run the clock out. I mean, if they can have at least a first down or two.
Right.
Because they can stop the clock only now twice. But they're playing right now for the lead. They're going all out here. So they took all that time during the injury timeout. Bell got up kind of quickly. Pemberton took a little bit more time. He's over here on the near side. They're drawing up a play here. With 3:53 remaining in the game, McAlester again is leading 27-21. We have 4th down and 5 coming up. And I don't know about you, Phillip, but my heart has been pounding since kickoff.
Oh, absolutely. You know, from every time these two teams meet, you know that you're going to get something special. It was a 33-2 blowout 2 years ago. It was a 49-0 blowout a year ago. What does year 3 bring? It brings a slobber knocker. 27-21. Right now, Coweta with a chance to go punch one in the end zone, kick the field goal, or even go for a 2-point conversion because they had a field goal get blocked. But either way, Coweta's going for a win right here. And McAlester, they know it. They just got to stand up. They got to be Black Death because this is it right here.
Buff Family _10 says, listening from Nakatish. I hope I'm saying that right. They even put out a pronunciation for me. And Coweta calls a second timeout.
Can they do that?
They called back-to-back timeouts, so they only have one left. Yeah, now if you don't get it, Buffaloes can run a ton of time off the clock. But again, listening from Natchitoches, Louisiana, uncle of number 10, Ethan Watkins. But I think now we can afford, well, I don't want to go anywhere because there's such a big play coming up. We'll thank our sponsors instead. Fenton Nissan, the Bank A, McAlester Pepsi, Sam Walters Freedom Ford, First Realty, Vickers Furniture, Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, Vickers Power Sports, WE Offered Propane, Best Western American, Integrity Portable and Metal Buildings, KC Farm Machinery, Kennedy Eye Care, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, and Compass Capital Management. Biggest play of the game happening right here. Coweta breaks the huddle. They used 2 timeouts for this one play. They want to make sure that they have it right. 4th down and 5 from the 10. This could very well be the game. Bell on the right side of Cooper. Cooper trying to get McAlester to jump off sides. And there's a false start.
Oh!
Coweta moved. It'll be 4th down and 10 instead of 5. Oh! From the 14.
That has got to be that's a gut punch right there, ladies and gentlemen.
They used 2 timeouts, went with the hard count, and moved.
I'm up here in the booth. My hair is standing on my arms with goosebumps. Wow.
Tripp's right. They do have a little bit more space to play with, though. 4th and 10. Here's the snap. Rolling out right. Cooper looking downfield. Under pressure. Throws it up. It is knocked loose. The Buffaloes hold.
And ladies and gentlemen, who was applying the pressure? Who was coming? It was Malachi Rice. It was the Washington State commit. He shed the tackler, and the tackler got into the backfield, was all in the face of Cooper. Great play there by the senior defensive end. Great play by the Buffalo secondary. What a move right there by Malachi Rice, though.
They knocked that ball also completely loose. What a great hit in the secondary, like you mentioned. But Malachi Rice, I would like to know the speed, what miles per hour he was running to get to Cooper. Buffaloes have the ball at their own 14-yard line. They can run some time off the clock. Got to take care of it. Snap. Handoff. There's a gap for a moment. Jordan Clark carrying Tigers past the 20-yard line. We got a flag coming, and he's still carrying Tigers all the way to the 25. They still haven't ruled him dead. That's going to be a first down carry if the flag is not on McAlester. The flag is in the secondary because it was thrown at the 25-yard line.
There's 2 flags.
Coweta's saying on McAlester. That's where Lolo Bell is pointing.
Sideline interference again?
We're waiting to see what this is.
I think he was just telling Maisie to maybe.
Yeah, I think he was just telling him to back up. Yeah, we do have 2 flags, one over on the far side, one on the near. Coach Mazey's pointing over towards Coweta's side.
That was kind of funny right there because you had Carter Lance and that is number 1,
Ian Williams.
They were tapping each other on the head, laughing and talking. Referee told them to stop, and Mazey just looked at them and shook his head and then went over there and did the same thing Carter Lance was doing to both of them.
What was the call? Did he ever mention it?
Well, that call is aiding the runner, which takes 5 yards back.
I don't know what the call.
They just called aiding the runner, but you can push the pile.
You can push the pile as long as you don't pull them, which I don't know if anyone was pulling them. And that's what it's on Zach Rogers, because he was saying I had my left wrist. I was never pulling anybody. I was using my forearm. That's the call. So essentially, it's first down and 8 now. So they had to bring it back 5 yards, or I guess 10 yards more at the end of the run.
It was a 5-yard spot foul.
Yeah, we got offsides. We got offsides on Coweta now. Now move the ball up 5 yards.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you have any of this on your bingo card?
No, I did not.
First and 3.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a 1st and 3 coming up?
Somebody gets scoregami. Somebody gets Sickos community. It's going down right here on a Friday night.
By the way, McAlester does lead 27-21. We have 3:12 remaining in the game. Both teams have 1 timeout apiece. H-back tight end right side, running back left. Snap. Handoff. Clark around the edge. Cuts it back left, and he spins forward for what should be a first down.
That's a first down. He's at the 15. He got it.
Yeah, he got it. That'll move the chains for the Buffaloes. That first down brought to you by Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties. When you're looking to sell your ranch, timber, recreational land, or a rural home, call 918-284-1233. Clock should start as soon as they... There goes the clock, or it should. Yeah, there now it goes. 2:37 left in the game again. Coweta can only stop it once. 2 receivers, now make it 3 receivers left. Snap. Design quarterback run by Les now. Around the corner, stay in bounds, sir. He stepped out. Stepped out around the 31-32, but he did get a good gain of 7.
Leswell with the carry. Out over the
maybe make it 6.
31-yard line.
They're still running the clock.
Second down for the Buffaloes and 4 yards to go.
Yeah, they're ticking the clock. I guess he didn't step out.
The clock should stop.
Timeout on the field.
Oh, there goes the clock. Now the clock's stopping.
With 2:06 left. Since he ran out of bounds, the clock should have stopped.
Yeah. Mazey's now talking with the officials.
They're going to bump the clock up a little bit here.
Yeah, they're going to want the clock operator.
It should probably be around 2:15.
The good news about that, though, even though
here come the coaches from. You can hear them coming across, and they're about to come down the stairs, and here he comes.
Yeah, that's the good news, though, is that Lesnow did get a good gain on that. Lesnow got a gain of 6, so even though the clock stops,
will be reset to 2 minutes 14 seconds.
So
I was close.
Nate was pretty close. Are you pretty good at those office parties where you try to guess the jelly beans in the glass jar?
Absolutely not.
You know, I've won one of those one time. It was pretty cool.
Really?
I did, and it was the most proud moment of my life. And yes, I am a father and husband.
So do you? so did you get to keep the jar of jelly beans?
I did,
though?
but it wasn't jelly beans. It was a jar full of like quarters and dimes.
I thought you were about to say a jar of dirt like Jack Sparrow.
I got a
Coach
jar of dirt.
Coach Harper's upset. I think that he thinks there should be more time on the clock.
That's about where it was.
He is screaming at the officials.
He is letting them have it. Oh,
his own assistants are trying to get him back to the far sideline. He swatted one of the assistants' hands away.
Tim Harper's.
And he's coming back for more.
Tim Harper's going to need to get back coached here tonight.
He's going to come back for thirds, for dessert.
He said, "I done had my entree. I done had my appetizer." He said, "I want dessert now."
Yeah, I think he thinks there should be more time on the clock. But they put it at 2:14.
I mean, that was about right because.
Do we have a penalty?
What's the penalty on?
When did it happen?
Where did it happen? There was no flag.
What?
So everything I just said about the good news for McAlester is that they had a good gain on first down.
Did we aid the runner again?
I don't know. This is where we do need like a walkie-talkie to come up to tell us what happened. Yes. When in that play was there?
Play resumes,
second down and 9 now instead of
second down and 4.
Instead of second down and 4. That could be a big deal later on. Snap. Hand off Stephen Gray. No, keeper by Les now. He gets a good block to the 35. Hurdles the man for the first down. Les now went airborne, and we have another flag over along the far sideline. Around the 38, this is well after the play. It's after the first down, though, so a first down will remain regardless.
Jump man, jump man, jump man. Les now up to something.
I hate when we have more discussions than we have play right now. But
so where's the flag at?
The flag came in late after the play. I don't know if it was.
It's on the 0 on the 40.
Okay,
yeah.
I see it now.
It came in after the play was over. I think there might have been some extra stuff between players after the.
Tim Harper just thinks he's at an all-you-can-eat buffet. He just keeps
coming back. Talking to the officials.
He wants another plate.
Now, he was really upset before that play happened. He's still upset. He's still mad. There was a flag on the field. We haven't moved the ball. So whatever it is, we're still waiting to see what happened. As it is right now, it's a first down. It should be one anyway because that flag came in after the play was over. I did see the flag fly in.
And no penalty assessed?
We will move the chains. Because we have two receivers from McAlester, which I believe is Chapman and Bumpus, lining up like nothing happened. But he did go out of bounds again, so that, again, stops the clock with 2:05 left, but a fresh set of downs. There is one timeout left by the Tigers. They can stop it one more time. McAlester is trying to burn clock here, but they've gone out of bounds the last 2 times, and we've got a flag now.
Got a false start of McAlester.
Oh, man. That's not what you want to do. 1st and 15.
The Buffaloes.
So even if you just took a knee like 3 straight times, which you don't want to do, obviously. I'm trying to do math here, which is not my strong suit. You burn 2 minutes off the clock, not including the timeout. So you leave them with about 45 seconds, which that's still a lot of time.
Yeah.
They got 8 to snap it. 1st down and 15 coming up. Trips left. Rogers a tight end on the right. 1 to snap it. They get it off in time. Handoff, Grag up the middle. He's knocked backwards, and there's the whistle. And Harper still not using his timeout. We're under 2 minutes left. We're looking at more than likely a punt coming up eventually. That's what that false start did to you, and now you're also looking at a loss of 2 on that last play. 2nd and 17 coming up. More than likely, Coweta will get the ball back.
If, barring a miracle right here, you can get a first down, the game would be over now. Then.
If you got a first down, game's over. 2nd and 17 to get it, though. Snap is low. It's bobbled again, and the Tigers jump on it. It was low, and the Tigers jump on it inside the 25. It's been low snaps the problem all night long. And the Buffaloes turn it over.
We talked about that at the halftime show. You got to get the snaps up because...
Jumping on it, by the way, just cutting you off real quick, was number 40, Hayden Von Holt.
Because you don't want to allow Coweta to have a free possession. And what just happened, Coweta just stole a possession because you snapped the ball low again.
That's the first time it's hurt McAlester for a turnover, and now the Tigers aren't even worried about the clock. They got the ball at the Buffalo 22 and a timeout. Cooper with the ball, passing over the middle. It's caught, past a man towards the end zone. The Tigers score on the very first play, and the far sideline goes bananas. They are a PAT away from going up on the Buffaloes when this was McAllister's to lose. So Landon Stevens on to attempt the all-important go-ahead PAT. McAllister will have 1:13 and a timeout to try to now win the game. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. The Tigers lead 28-27 for the first time in this game after a fumbled snap and the very first play touchdown over the middle. We'll take a timeout. Big drive obviously coming up for the black and gold here on.
Hey there, football fans. Are you ready for the ultimate game day experience? Kennedy Eye Care is your ticket to a crystal clear view of every heart-pounding moment. We're your local vision care MVPs, helping you score big with comprehensive exams, top eyewear brands like Oakley and Ray-Ban, and cutting-edge lens enhancements to help you not just watch the game, but experience it. Whether you're a player or a passionate fan, don't let poor vision sideline you. Give Kennedy Eye Care a call today at 918-429-1400.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Coweta, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
The far side.
.113 and how quickly a game can change. 10 seconds ago on the game clock, McAllister looked to be in charge. A fumbled snap, touchdown one play later by the Tigers, and they lead for the first time today, 28-27. McAllister has one timeout and a minute 13 to try to go down and win it. Here's the kick, line drive straight to a man and straight over to Chapman. Chapman to the 35-yard line, down the middle of the field, and he'll get to the 45. Good return by McAllister. They got 55 yards to go to be able to get into the end zone. Trenton Greer is 2 for 2 today with field goals of 40 yards and 49. So if you're looking at a 49-yard field goal, they are about 20 yards away from that. We have a quick drive summary, which is just one play. 22 yards, pass from Cooper to Chavez. The East Central transfer took 6 seconds off the clock. That's your drive summary brought to you by Bishop Funeral Service and Crematory here at McAlester. Trips left. Here we go. 109. McAlester, go take it if you want it. Here's the snap. Going to pass. Over the middle. It is low, and it is incomplete. Skipped off the turf. I don't even think he grabbed it. It's Carter Lance.
Second down, 10.
That took 4 seconds off the clock, 1:05 left. Again, Greer hit a 49-yarder, but that was also with his back to the wind. He would be kicking into the wind in this one. Trips left. Snap, back to pass again, less now. Looking, almost sacked, rolls out right, looks downfield, dumps it for Carter, he dropped it. Lance dropped it around the Tiger 48-yard line. It was thrown behind him a little bit too because Les now trying to throw on the run. 3rd down and 10 now. Clock stops with 59 seconds left. And Ethan Watkins comes out onto the field for the first time today. I don't know if he was in on the last couple of plays, but he is now into the ball game. Malachi Wright's going to come out to be a wide receiver. I don't think or they may not let him sub in. They don't let him sub in.
Why is that?
3 seconds to snap it. 1, less now, got it off in time. Rolling out left on 3rd and 10. Looks downfield, tossing. It'll be bobbled. Did he snag it? It is caught, but not a first down. Out of bounds with 54 seconds left. This is the game. At the 49-yard line, 4th and 4 coming up. On the grab, I believe, is Braden Bumpus. The Tigers are 4 yards away from stealing one here.
They hung around, and now they are one play away from stealing a victory right out from underneath you here at the hook.
Watkins on the left side of Les now. The snap, 4th and 4 of the game. Under pressure, looks downfield, there's no one, and he just ran out of bounds. That's the game. The Tigers will win it.
Ball goes over on downs, 1st and 10 to Coweta.
He tried to run it late. The Tigers are going to take the win. Buffaloes can stop at one time. This game was 21-7 at one point. The Tigers scored 21 of the next 28 points in the game. McAlester had the ball after a stop inside the 15-yard line. With less than 2 minutes left in the game. And a fumbled snap that was low led to a turnover, led to a touchdown the very next play by the Tigers, and it will lead to a win. And the Buffaloes will lose their first game following a loss. For the first time since Maisie's very first year in 2019 when they lost to Muskogee, then to Poto. This is the only time they have not avenged a loss in that time. There's the victory formation. They'll have to snap it. Looks like one more time. Maisie's going to call the timeout, but we will, again, keep it here, just hoping for a bad snap.
Man, that's rough, Brendan.
That is
no way around it.
That is about as rough as it comes. It was McAllister's to lose as soon as they stopped them with around 3 minutes left in the game. And they lost it. Coweta will come to the hook and take one right from the black and gold. This one's going to sting for a little while here. Just one more snap. Should do it. Maybe two. Depends on how long this next play develops. Give all the credit also to the Coweta Tigers. Number 40, Hayden Von Holt, crashed onto the ball to be able to give the Tigers that possession. Here's the snap. He runs around for a minute, trying to kill 5 seconds off the clock. Now takes a knee, and that will do it. They do not have to snap it again. The Coweta Tigers come back. They were down 21-7 at one point, and they beat the Buffaloes 28-27. And they are jumping and hollering all the way to the 50-yard line, and for good reason. They just took a big win from the McAlester Buffaloes. McAlester drops to 500 on the season. The Tigers once again wins another game. They have won 4 straight. The only games they've lost have been to defending state champions in the Carl Albert Titans and the Wagner Bulldogs in weeks 0 and 1. Buffaloes, depending on what happened with the rest of the district, we're going to be looking at district standings when we go to the Buffalo postgame show, which we encourage you to tune into on KNED. You can listen either on the app or you can listen on the traditional way, 98.3 FM, 1150 AM, or McAllisterRadio.com on the KNED app. So you can listen all those sorts of ways, because that will be, again, radio only for the post-game call. So, again, 28-27, Tigers beat the Buffaloes here. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the Buffalo post-game show brought to you by OK Tire and Auto and First Street in McAlester for all of your automotive